live. Hi. Hola, gringas y gringos. Bienvenidos.
Welcome.
I know we're kind of like widescreen tonight. That's okay. We're trying to move things around, and
Hey,
I even have a different mouse tonight, this giant thing.
since the other one was behaving so
The other one was being
misbehaving the other night or
bad.
last time,
Yes. Yes. You're pointing. Quit
Chad.
pointing. I know.
Okay.
I'm getting there. I'm trying to pull everything together. I got to put my phone on mute. Hey, Stephanie. See, it already started making noise. My phone never stops. Stop.
I actually put mine on Do Not Disturb.
Do not disturb. Okay. Whew. And here we are.
Duh.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is. It is hard to believe that it's been 19 years. It certainly doesn't feel like it.
No.
It really doesn't.
And yet, other ways, it feels like it's been a lifetime. I mean, in a good way. I mean,
Yes.
it's, I
Yes.
can't remember what it was really like without
You
having
know,
you in my life. So,
we've both had previous relationships. Mark and I have been together longer than those relationships.
mm-hmm,
For real. And we were actually together for a number of years before we got married.
mm-hmm.
So it's yes.
Yes, we remember Y2K.
He watched my daughters from my first marriage grow up into womanhood and having their own children, and I've watched his daughter grow up and have her children, and there you go. Now we're old.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that thumbnail that I pulled out tonight, that was actually our Vegas wedding, right at the Bellagio fountains. With you could see Paris behind us.
With a Penn Jillette lookalike, except he was.
Yeah, we should talk about that real quick. When we were going to get married, we decided we were going to go to Vegas because it's quick and easy to do, and I just needed to get my divorce finalized. And so we had to wait a little while to get that finally taken care of. And I did my own divorce paperwork online. I didn't have to go get a lawyer, none of that other biz. My ex-husband and I were amicable under most circumstances, and it was done. So once we had that in hand, we were like, let's go to Vegas.
Well, and we used to go to Vegas. I mean, we'd been what 2, 3 times
Yeah,
together, and
yeah,
and this was right as Vegas was changing from what the Vegas that I remember and love, which was that it was built for conventions, and it was a businessman's playground, and all of that, and people dressed accordingly in the casino and everything
yeah.
else, and there were manners, and it was transitioning from that to the spring break crowd. And by the time we went and got there to get married, it had fully blown from what
It,
we used to like to,
it had turned into a Disney vacation slash spring break thing. Yeah.
I mean, it was just like,
Well,
as a matter
we
of fact, that was the last time we had been
it's
in
true.
Vegas.
It's we have not been to Vegas in 19 years because of this. But when we decided we were going to go to Vegas, I was like, let's have fun with this. I want a Tom Jones impersonator to be our wedding official. And we were down with it. I mean, I saw videos of this guy who would sing "She's a Lady" as the lady walked down the aisle. I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, that's what I want to do. We're going to go to a chapel. I want to get Tom Jones to sing "She's a Lady" while I walk down the aisle. And I think you had said your mom wouldn't go for that.
Nah, that would have been just a little.
It would have been too.
And now that you know my mom for 19 years, you go, yeah, that would have been.
Well,
I mean,
so I'm like, okay, so to appease family, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. I want the wedding that I never had, essentially. So I found a package where they would rent the bridal gown and just the whole look, the tux, shoes for him, everything. They would come to my room, do my makeup. They did the champagne, the cake, limo ride. They did the service, photos, videography, all of that. It was like something like $3,000 or something like that, which was on the low end from what some of these hotels were charging. And we flew out, paid for the tickets and the rooms for all of our daughters, my mom and her husband, and your mom still didn't come.
I know.
She just doesn't like Vegas. So that's when we ended up looking the way we looked, like we were having a real wedding. And
Well, we did have
well,
a
we
real
did.
wedding.
No, I know, but
mean,
it wasn't like the chintzy, goofy stuff that I was thinking about doing. What are you doing? Oh, you need an orange, a tangerine. And so I had this, I wanted At Last by Etta James to be the music that was in the background during our ceremony.
at
But
fountains at Bellagio.
the Bellagio fountains turned on right as we were getting married. And the song we got married to was Luck Be a Lady Tonight. And I have to laugh at it now, but I wasn't happy because I'm listening to music about blowing on somebody's dice when I'm getting married. But overall, it was pretty memorable. They did a nice job. And yes, our officiant looked like Penn Jillette, but about a foot and a half shorter than Penn Jillette.
Because Penn Jillette's a Sasquatch. I mean, I had no clue he was as big as. We went and saw them while we were out there after the wedding, and Teller is my size. I mean, I stood next to Teller and
Yeah,
was
because
like,
he was taller than me.
and I was like, holy crap, he's normal size. And then we went and sat, and then we had our pictures taken with Penn Jillette, and it was like,
There he is. Like when you see
holy-
Penn and Teller, you think that Teller's just really small. No, he's not.
No, it's the other way around.
It's the other way around. Penn Jillette's just really large. um, and we decided after the ceremony was over, a couple days in Vegas, the kids, my mom and her husband, they went back home, and we spent an additional week there, and that was our honeymoon. And I can honestly say that it was 1 week too many because we did have some fun. Finally got to see some shows that I had been wanting to see. I had never seen any shows. Some were good, some were not, but it was enough. It was enough. And I think the thing that sticks in my mind most of all was how much I really loved the Venetian, how beautiful it was inside, outside, the canals and the boats. Well, during the time that we were there 19 years ago, people had been throwing their garbage on the street into the canals at the Venetian. And they weren't really being cleaned because obviously there they were and I could see it. And it was gross. And I'm like, man, Vegas has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark is over here making a drink, as you can see.
I had to. Stoli came out with a cucumber vodka. Now, the story behind this is when for my 60th birthday, we came down right as they were opening up from COVID, and we stayed at, what's that? Core Resort in Tulum. And when we first got there, and I love me a good vodka tonic, and
this is Louisiana iced tea.
And they greeted us with agua con pepino y naranja. And it was so refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
It was light. And it was like, oh. And the light bulb went off. And I was like, okay. Instead of just having vodka tonic and lime, let's try adding pepino and naranja. And what a change.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the most refreshing, lightest vodka tonic. And so it's like, that has been my go-to. And then all of a sudden they came out with a cucumber flavored vodka. And I was like, oh, we got to try this.
It smells like cucumber. And I'm not into vodka or tonic. So anyway, let's get to some of our greetings, guys. We just have to talk a little bit about Vegas though, because it had changed so much.
Oh.
We have not gone back since then. No desire,
Nope.
but it was fun while it lasted. Oh, so let's see. I got to lean in a little bit. Stephanie, hey, hola, gracias. It is. It's kind of weird being married that long, but how long have we been together now?
27, 28 years.
27 years,
like
though.
that.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, we got Mark and Paulette. I'm trying to see if I can get off of this now. I'm trying to use this new. This is weird because there's the handle,
Oh.
the buttons are here. It's good.
Oh, damn. Oh.
You'll never find it again.
Oh, I know I got it. Now I'm going to have to go on a search now.
You will never find it again.
It was in a promotional Christmas box that they had out at the store. You got a box of a bottle of Stoli and a bottle of the Stoli and cucumber, Stoli cucumber flavor. So it was, I don't know.
I don't know. It's
four or 500 pesos. So it was like, and Gina's like, just get it, because I was like, oh God, I wonder if it's going to be good. She goes, get it. It's good. It's very good.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And let's see,
God.
Mark and Paulette and Susanna. Hello, hola. Terry, Patricia, thank you. And we both look good. We looked a lot better in that thumbnail, though. That was, here's another thing. In that thumbnail, I weigh 275 pounds.
And I have more hair now than I did then.
That is true because you shaved your head then.
I know.
Yeah, but I was 275. I've lost a lot of weight since then. And I still have weight to lose because I have gained some back. But that was a lot.
Stephanie, reach out to Annie and Arlene.
Where you at?
She was up there.
Reach out to them about what? What am I missing?
They wanted to get in touch with them to get contact information.
Oh, okay. Okay, here's one for you, Mark. Where do you find cigars in Mexico, and is it easy to find them?
No, it is not easy to find them.
No, it is not.
Not affordable cigars.
Which is shocking.
I know.
Shocking.
Fortunately, when we first came down here, and the very first trip we took, day trip, we came to Querétaro. We went from Querétaro to Amialco to Quisquiapan and Bernal. And right between Bernal and Quisquiapan is Ezequiel Montes. And in the town of Ezequiel Montes is the Fábrica de Tobacco, Black Chazaro. And we did a video on it because we took a tour and it was, oh my God. Oh,
it was good.
It was a good tour. And their hand-rolled Chazaro Negros are to die for. But I don't want to spend 200 plus pesos for that cigar all the time. So, but they do make a Corona that I have now been smoking from them for 3.5 years. And fortunately, with Annie and Arlene being here in Querétaro and the general manager of Black Chazaro actually living in El Pueblito, same town where they're at, he would just bring them, drop them off to them. And then those two would, oh, thank you, ship them to wherever we happen to be in Mexico. And so I'd get my cigars. And, they know me because they thought I was selling them because they didn't think that there was any way that one person was buying that many cigars and then smoking them. And It was like, nope. Haven't sold one.
Now, you have ordered from San Andreas in Veracruz.
And when we went to the store in San Andreas in Veracruz, and because we drove right by it on one of our excursions that we took, they had some in the store that were really pretty good. The ones that I got online from them. And that's the hardest thing, is finding a retailer who will ship. Block Chazaro will not do it. I mean, they have to take it to Annie and Arlene, and then they would ship it
Or
to me.
they'll deliver them here.
Right. And so, and if I had to, they're only 30 minutes, 45 minutes away to drive. So, if I got nothing to do and I'm just go, you know what, I'm going to drive up there and go get them and go see Jose and Virginia. And they know me when I go walking in, Alto Loco Gringo. So, yeah.
Alto Loco. Loco Gringo Alto.
Well, whatever,
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I got lost now because there we go. Hey, Lisa. Lisa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I used to own a horse named Etta James. I bet she would have been delightful at our wedding instead of me blowing on somebody's dice.
I'm just going to shut up and have a drink.
Yeah. Oh,
damn.
Thank you, Abuela Merida. What's damn, honey? It's just that good. The drink is that good.
It's that good.
May I taste the drink? I will determine if it is good. It is good.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I can taste the cucumber.
I know.
It's like really, really present. Sometimes they do these flavored liquors and they don't taste what.
Watermelon is one of them. They tend to make that like it's the watermelon candy that comes in Jolly Rancher, but no, this is
gross.
That's pepino.
I don't like fake watermelon. So, I'm now I'm lost because I took one of his drinks. I'm so sorry.
Up one.
There we go. Oh, hey, Peppa. Very good. Fixed plates.
All
nice.
right.
Nice. And Vegas is turning into a big sports city. Soon will come NBA, and to think it all started with hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's things there that I would love to see, like the Sphere, and would I want to go do a show inside the Sphere? Yeah, maybe.
Depending upon the artist. It has to be somebody, I mean, in their heyday, the bands that you go, I would definitely want to see them in the Sphere. Would be in somebody like Pink Floyd, Genesis, somebody who was somebody who was very AC/DC,
somebody who's very visual.
AC/DC, also Rush. They used to do great videos as well.
Coldplay would be good. We would have to like hug each other and then pretend that we don't know each other, though.
Oh, screw that. I ain't got nothing to hide.
I just love Vegas. I did love Vegas. You know what? I had so much fun going to, I think it was
the Star Trek experience.
Yes, I was just thinking about that. It was the Hilton, and they had a Star Trek experience, and they had people dressed up as Ferengi and Klingon, and you walked through and saw all this memorabilia from Star Trek stuff. And yes, I'm a closet Trekker, and it's just it was a lot of fun, but it's not there anymore, I don't think. I don't know. There was cool stuff to see. I was just really sad to see how the Venetian had like really gone downhill.
Well, and then we decided we're going to go see the show Fashionistas.
Okay, do we have to discuss?
I'm just going to say that we're in Vegas and everything's covered, and it was sort of like in.
Okay, so but you need to have context. The Fashionistas is literally the biggest award-winning adult rated X film that's ever been made. I'm just saying for the record, it is the biggest award-winning porno that's ever been made. And they had a Vegas show.
And so
we just assumed if you could go to Bellagio and see boobies bouncing around, what would you see at a show that is based on that kind of movie?
That was stuck in a theater that was way off the track.
It was like off-Broadway version.
I mean, having to go down this alley to get to the entrance, and we're like, oh, this might really be interesting.
Yeah, it was really bad.
No, it's somebody's take on modern dance in leotards,
was not good.
and it was like,
And we tried to see some Cirque style shows. So we went to one of the very first ones that had ever been in Vegas. I think that was at Mirage. It
yeah,
it put us to sleep. And it was so bad that I remember there was a couple to the left of me and Mark was on the aisle. And this couple got up so damn fast, they couldn't even wait for us to get up to leave. They climbed over us, and one of them stepped on my foot doing it. I'm like, my God, we're all going to get up and leave. Can you give us a minute to get up? It wasn't that great. I was a little disappointed, but we went to the Wynn, which was a relatively new hotel at the time, to see Le Rêve, and that was good.
Le Rêve was fantastic.
Le Rêve was really good. So yeah, I don't know.
And
then the Penn and Teller show.
And then the Penn and Teller show, and then
Rio.
we also, of course, we had to go see the female impersonators at Riviera, and that may have been one of the best shows we saw. I mean,
yeah, that guy who does Joan Rivers. I can't think of his name right now, but he was famous for doing Joan Rivers. He was on TV for years doing Joan Rivers. He was very good. I can't think of his name, but anyway, so be. What town do you live? Oh, wait. Hold on. If I don't want to miss this, I'll email you my contact info so you can pass it on to the girls. Okay, that'll work. Good. What town do you live in? Well, Querétaro. For now.
Yep.
And that's it. If you don't know where Querétaro is, it's about
2.5 hours northwest of Mexico City. It's right almost dead center in the country. So
yeah, San Luis Potosí is to the north of us, and Mexico City to the south.
Yep.
And hola, what's up? I love it. What's up? Oh, did you know that many stupid Americans think Mexican is a race? Yeah, but there's a lot of stupid people in the world, and they think a lot of things that aren't right. You might want to blame that on the U.S. education system, to be fair. I would say that's
bad.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know the difference between
nationalities and ethnic origins.
Ethnicity and nationality. That's true. And you know,
I mean, because you walk around here in Mexico and you can see, you know, the European influence. You can see
there's African influence,
the Aztec and the Mayan influence. You can see the and I'm going to say the American Indian, the Native American influence, because back then the continent, I mean, if you just want to call it America, because there wasn't any border between the U.S. and Mexico, because there really wasn't either one of the two countries. And so, you know, up and down they went. And, you know, we were blown away that first year when we went to Santa Semana in
San Miguel
de Allende, and they were going around with Apache headdresses.
There were Apache, and
we're sitting here going, well, duh, let's see. There wasn't anything that's really stopped them. I mean, you know,
right? They
just came down, and
I mean, they were always there.
Yeah.
The only thing that changed was a border between. So yeah, ethnicity and nationality are not the same, and a lot of people do get it wrong, for sure. That's not surprising. Thank you, Bruno. You don't get that for murder. You don't get that for murder, baby.
Never even thought about it. My ex? Okay. Next.
La Rêve is great. Yes.
Yeah, we liked La Rêve.
La Rêve was really, really, really fun. I liked it a lot. We enjoyed that. I would go back and see something like that again. We'd never made it. There was one. It's like every freaking place on the strip has to have their own Cirque style show. And I do remember there was one that was up at New York, that I was interested in. I just can't remember what it was called, but it leaned more toward the risque. We did not make it up that way. We were only going to do a handful of shows. Those tickets are not cheap, and it was our honeymoon, so we were popping for the tickets, but disappointed in that one though. Actually, in two of them. Disappointed in two of
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
Yeah, and yeah, see, this is true. The ticket prices have gotten out of control
on everything.
on everything. We were just discussing the average concert ticket right now in the US is ranging about 200 to $250 average, which means of course that you may have some nosebleed seats that you might get for less than 200, not much less. But what's really insane are the floor seats that are ranging from 750 up to $5,000 depending on what extras are coming with it.
Oh,
It's
and
insane.
I mean,
And
I remember seeing the Eagles on the Hotel California tour, $12.50.
oh yeah.
It's still $12.50, but just move the decimal place over two places.
Now,
So
who was it that was playing together? I just saw an old ad from 1975 to
Oh.
Caesar Engler, and it was Bad Company. And
Rush was opening for him, $6.50.
the highest price ticket was $650. It was $450, $550, and $650. Now, granted, that was 1975, and I get it. But in comparison to the Rush tickets we just bought, we spent roughly $400 each,
And we aren't even on the floor
and we're mid bowl
in Mexico.
in Mexico, and they were much more in the US. Now, I firmly believe that the band gets a contracted payment. They get paid.
Well, I think
Period.
I think the way that it goes out is they go out and they set their price, and go, we are gonna we're gonna get this per show.
We get this much.
And
then
then
all the rest is
Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster.
No, it's Ticket Bastard. Let's say
goes and says, okay, now we tack our fees and our profits on there. And so, where the band may have said, we only want to make $75 per ticket, and that average, and we're good. And Ticketmaster does the rest. So I think that's where the lion's share is going.
I think so.
And municipalities have taxed that to death.
Oh yes.
The entertainment taxes in all these major cities has gotten to be, all of them are at least 10%. Some of them are 17, some of them are 20%. So, if it's a $200 ticket, well, suddenly that's now $240
just for the tax,
because you got to add $40 on for the tax. So, I mean, it's greed on every level.
The sad thing about it, though, is it's making it hard for people to go to a show. We tried for a few years to go to as many shows as we possibly could, and it's now come down to we can only afford to select a very small number of shows per year. It may only be 2 shows, maybe 3 shows in a year, and they're going to be expensive, and that's all we can afford to do. They are pricing their fans out of the ability to see these shows. And the way the music industry is right now, the money that's made on the music, that industry has completely collapsed. So these artists are now depending on things like ticket sales at concerts and merchandise. Well, when you start pricing your fans out of the ability to go to the show, you're going to lose there too. And again, the band, they probably have a contractual set amount they're going to make no matter what. So it's the
add-ons.
The add-ons that are killing it. And it's going to be one of those things where only the elite can go and enjoy entertainment like this, which,
well,
like that Sphere in Vegas.
And quite honestly, I've always sort of been, even before the tickets got really expensive, I was like, if I wasn't interested in going, I wasn't going to spend $50 to go see a show. And she would be, I've never seen them, I'm going to go. And I'd be like, have no interest, save the $50. That
it's true. And I have spent up to $1,000 on a ticket. But my selection of shows the year that happened was two. I saw two. I saw Tears for Fears. Oh, okay, three, because I did the cheap seats for Genesis in Charlotte. So I saw Genesis twice and Tears for Fears once. And that was all I saw that year. And that's going from a year where we had seen
Oh my God.
16, 17 shows one year when they were affordable before COVID. My morning jacket in the pit on the rail used to be about $65 max.
That was,
Now it's like 250.
and that was 65 for one ticket because there wasn't going to be two.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, that's his name. Thank you. Danny Moreno. Yes.
Yes.
And he was very, very good. And he was funny.
Yes.
Yes. That was a fun show. And
It's
I
bad
agree.
when we walked out going, that was one of the best shows we saw all week. And that, I mean,
Yeah. Out of control and disappointing. True. Hey there, Tommy. Many, many congrats on 19 years. Thank you. Would never go back to Vegas if you paid me.
$5 million, I'd go and do it. I mean,
yeah, I mean, if you paid me enough, I would go. But
I mean, because I can go sit at a blackjack table literally for hours and hours and hours and hours, and not have a problem as far as getting in trouble, because I have a system that I use and it works very well for me. And matter of fact, the night of the wedding, I sat there till 4.
Yeah.
And made I don't know, $300-400, and then we get upstairs, sleep for a couple hours, get up, get ready, start getting ready for the wedding, and we got no water at Treasure Island.
Yeah, we decided to stay at Treasure Island, and we had strip view rooms for everybody because I thought it would be kind of cool for them to look at the pretty lights. And then the day of the wedding, we had gotten up, we had gone out. He didn't. My mom and the girls and we started taking the tram and going up and down the strip to see things because they had never seen any of these hotels before. And we come back to the hotel. We are hot, we are dusty, dirty, and we're ready to get cleaned up for a wedding, and there's no water. And we tried to go downstairs and ask if we could use the pool showers, and they said no.
No, because they didn't have any water, period. I mean, somebody broke a main water line, water main coming into TI, and so it was like.
Yeah, so it all worked out in the end. But what I wanted to say is, as we were coming downstairs and cutting through the casino to get to our limo and the location, a friend of ours.
No, after the wedding, because we were heading to the buffet.
Was it after?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
We were busting our butt to get to the buffet so we could feed everybody. And that's when Joe saw us and took the picture.
I mean, it was weird. We had this friend from Charlotte that we would go do karaoke and stuff with, and there he is. Charlotte, North Carolina. He's there the day we're getting married.
With a camera in his hand.
With a camera. If it wasn't for him taking that photo, I would probably never remember what day we got married.
447.
Because it was digitally enhanced on the picture.
He had the timestamp on it.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was. And that
for him to be there. That was just so weird. And of all the places, he could be in Vegas and that'd be great. You know how many hotels are there? He's in Treasure Island, right
down there at the same time we're walking
That's
through.
That's just so strange. Meant to be, I guess, but you know. Anyway, let's see. When I drove through the drive-in wedding chapel alone, he said, "No, what's wrong with getting hitched with Susie Palmer?" I'm telling you, I would have really enjoyed doing one of those chapels with a Tom Jones lookalike. That would have been a hell of a lot of fun.
Well, it probably would have been better than the. I mean, we get married, and we're trying to get back to the buffet, and we got daughters and my mother-in-law and her husband with us, and the limo driver decides that he is going to take the videographer home and then take the photographer home before he drops us. And I'm going, hold on, who's paying for this? We're the ones footing the bill. Take our ass to TI
Yeah, we
And,
need
and,
we
and
need to get to the buffet before they
you know,
close.
and you can take them wherever the hell you want to take them. You
That
know,
was funny. Oh, so funny. Oh, let's see. It's the fact that you drove through a few minutes
yeah,
earlier with a mannequin that disturbed them. See, that's why I support the local bands. 100%, Bruno.
yep,
And you know what? And I do too. Whenever whenever we were in the area, I always support tribute bands, especially. Even their tickets were starting to get expensive. There's a band out of Montreal that they tour a lot, and so they incur a lot of expenses. So, but they're still a whole lot less expensive than going to see some of the bigger name, famous, real bands, and you still get to listen to the music that you like. And then there's been a few years, let's see, in Asheville, the tickets were not horribly
no, not at
expensive.
the Orange Peel or the Gray Eagle or what was the one that we went and saw
Um,
Johnny Swim at. That was whatever the name of that one was because that
that
was
was the
off.
neighborhood theater in Charlotte.
And then we saw them again in Nashville because we saw them up there because we were up in the balcony up there, and they came down and did Home, and they were right in the middle and
That was the neighborhood theater in Charlotte.
oh, okay,
That was the only time we've seen them.
okay,
And then there was another theater that was in Asheville that was very small venue, nice cinema style seating. And I have seen Leo Kottke and Arlo Guthrie in there. That was really a lot of fun. People that I never thought I'd ever get to see in my life, and they weren't super expensive, you know. But but that's also
but who's handling the tickets? The venue,
the venue's handling the tickets, and it's a small.
right? I
Usually,
know
it's a
it's
small,
intimate,
intimate acoustic guitar.
right?
It's just them,
Just like
maybe a handler.
when you fangirled on Kiefer Sutherland that
Kiefer
time.
Sutherland, yeah, and then Colin Hay from Men at Work, he did a solo acoustic with one time, and he was affordable. Lisa Loeb, solo acoustic, she was affordable. These small intimate shows are so much more affordable, but it takes a lot less money to put them on. So it is what it is. Uh-oh. Mark knows people in low places.
Yeah,
Tom's like, who do you think they wrote that song about?
yeah. Was
Oh,
that dragging Sally through the alley?
I love that song, Robert Palmer. Actually, this brought to mind the stupid joke we used to say when we were kids. Your mama is so low, she got to look up to cross the street.
Okay.
Well, because you got to look up to get over the curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's dumb. It's a kid thing.
Yeah.
Of course. My brother and sister-in-law got married by an Elvis impersonator in Vegas. Hey, that's fun, right? I kind of feel like Vegas is one of those places where you can go out and do the absurd and just have fun with it, and it's okay.
Yeah, until everybody started showing up doing it on Daddy's credit card. Then that's when it was started to go. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then I think the final straw for us was we were standing at a light waiting to cross, and this woman was using her baby stroller
Oh yes,
as a battering ram to get to the front of the line to cross the street.
she was like literally pushing into people and forcing them out of the way.
And it was like,
And my thoughts are, and I actually got jumped on by somebody when I said this in a forum. Why do people take their kids to Vegas? I don't get it. I don't get the allure. Well, and they've turned it into such now that they do have things now that are attractive to children. But Vegas was always an adult's playground. And I remember the first few years that I had gone, I mean, you still had those people, the flapper people out there doing this thing with their prostitution pamphlets and
which is
flyers.
illegal in Clark County, but
And the flyers are landing all over the sidewalk, and so let's get Junior pick one of those up and start asking questions. I never understood the allure of taking kids to that. And the real bummer for me, and I didn't get this at all. When we were at TI, when it was previously just Treasure Island, they had the siren
Hmm.
show when we were there. I didn't like it. I wanted the pirate battle.
Yeah,
Bring back the
that they
battle.
used to have.
Yeah.
No, they had the siren show with the volcano, and that was it. And it was like,
No, the volcano is at Mirage.
oh yeah, right next door.
And but the pirate battle was the fun thing at Treasure Island, and then they turned it into the Sirens of TI. I have heard that they're bringing the pirate battle back, but there was this really nice smell inside the TI casino though that I liked a lot. It was kind of fruity, tropical. I was digging it. I'd love to have that. Nice smells. Nice smells to get you to
It
sit
ain't worth
longer.
it ain't worth going all the way back for though.
Nope. 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 I'm missing something here. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Tom. Remember my first time in Vegas, and all I knew to say at the craps table was baby needs new shoes, whatever that means. Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
That means hit. Whatever number you put on your money on, that's what you wanted to hit. Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
Okay. I don't know this line. I never played anything in Vegas except for a couple of slot machines, just because I'm too intimidated.
No, we played.
We?
Yeah, we sat down and played Caribbean stud,
Yeah, I suck.
and
I suck. So I don't do that stuff. I'm not confident enough to sit and play the blackjack. I don't count cards. I don't want to screw up stuff for other people at the table who know what they're doing, because apparently you can do that.
oh yeah,
And I just don't. Never mind. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'll watch him play. Otherwise, I'm going to go find something else to do. I'll take pictures or something. I like taking pictures. And congratulations. Hey, got a bug here. Wife
Congrats.
celebrates 22nd anniversary this Friday. Awesome. Congratulations. That's awesome. Uh-oh. Nashville is the next Vegas. Oh man.
yeah. I've heard that it's.
I haven't been to Nashville since.
Well, I mean, other than driving through it, I mean,
no, I mean I've been there.
I have too. Stayed at the Opryland Hotel when it was opulent and it was very nice.
I mean, I went to the Country Music Hall of Fame. I went to Ernest Tubbs, and I did take a tour of the original Grand Ole Opry, the auditorium, Ryman Theater, yeah. Trying to think. I want to say that was probably about 1990. That's how long it's been since I've been in Nashville. I'm sure it has changed a lot, but
yeah, it has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's changed.
I remember thinking I was surprised that it was on a hill. I never imagined it would be like on a hill. And I remember looking at Ryman Auditorium going, it's on a hill. I don't know why I thought it was flat.
Nope.
And I also remember, particularly when at the Country Music Hall of Fame, how surprisingly small everybody is. Everybody's tiny.
Well,
their clothes are tiny.
And we saw that every time we've gone to any one of the Hard Rocks. I mean,
yes, the only time I ever saw clothes that were large, maybe larger than I imagined they would be, was when I was at the Hank Williams Jr. Museum, and his clothes were on mannequins. And I was like, wow, he's a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple in country music there. I mean, Blake Shelton, which we didn't realize Blake Shelton was as big as he was until we saw him standing next to Trace Atkins, and we know Trace is tall, and it was like, hold on, they're almost eyeball to eyeball.
Trace is a tall guy. I like Trace Atkins' voice. He's a tall dude, though. I'm trying to control I'm steering here.
You're
I'm switching gears. I don't have a clutch though. Oh goodness. Saludos desde Hidalgo. Hey Jenny, how's it going?
Hola, Jenny.
Oh goodness. Um, and Tommy, that I was really young and dumb, and the 21 dealer actually played to me and had the patience. Where in Atlantic City, it is like getting. It's like
Oh,
get lost kid. Atlantic City's rough.
yeah.
Oh my yes. That's a different place. Yeah, just a little bit. The attitude is all over the place, even on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
But Atlantic City's got this nostalgia, yesteryear look to it. So it made for some great photography.
Yeah. It's sort of been almost like it was forgotten in time. I mean,
Yeah. But there was definitely a different vibe for sure. And I remember we tried to convince my former brother in law and family to take a trip with us to Niagara Falls. And we were going to go to Casino Niagara. And he was like, no. And he didn't want to go. And his primary reason is how ignorant and rude the people are at casinos. And he equated it to his trip to Atlantic City. And they're really not the same.
no.
No, Atlantic City
I
is its
mean,
own beast. Yeah.
and sometimes it's one of those you get back the vibe that you give off, and if you're pleasant and everything else, normally everybody tends to be pleasant with.
Well,
No, I'm saying normally when you are in most casinos, if you're pleasant, to sit at a table and play with, it's a good time had by all.
he
If
wasn't totally wrong though, because when we were at Casino Niagara, there were these people that were on like portable oxygen
seen that at every casino
with
we've
their
been
with
in.
their cane, hitting the buttons with their cane. And I remember I had never used loyalty cards for these machines before, and they gave us some. So I had my card in a machine, and I had forgotten it. And I went back to the machine to get it, and this lady was nasty with me. And she said, "It's up on top of the machine. I wasn't going to give you my credits." You could have had them. I don't care.
No, no, she didn't. She wanted her credits for playing.
No, I get
That's
that.
why she took.
I
You know,
absolutely know. But it was the way she said it.
I know.
And as if to say, if you think you're getting credit for my play, lady, you could have thrown the card away for all I care. I don't know. Oh, I just thought it was just crazy. Yeah, she was kind of rude. Spending her last social security check on her slots, I guess. I don't know.
I
My gambling luck sucks. Mine too, Bruno. I should just stay home and send them a check.
Not mine.
Well, but you don't. Well, you play 20. I mean, you play blackjack, so
Mm-hmm.
and blackjack's got some of the best odds in the house.
That's why I play it.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Uh-oh. Just had thunder hailstorm. What? I've been seeing pictures of hail that looks like snow in some places in Mexico lately.
Not here.
Not here. No.
We got a little breeze tonight, so I had to batten down all the lights. But other than that, nope, we were good.
There you go. Atlantic City, forgotten in time and forgotten by the state of New Jersey. And remember the movie Atlantic City with Burt Lancaster and Susan Sarandon? I do not. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I mean, there's a lot of that city is one that a lot of money got dumped into and did not get dumped into it very wisely. And the biggest issue, the difference between Atlantic City and Vegas is the strip in Vegas is isolated. Whereas you walk 2 blocks away from the casinos in Atlantic City and you're in a part of Atlantic City you do not want to be in. And so it was just like, okay, you felt safe I mean,
On the boardwalk, but
I'm talking about in
yeah.
Vegas, you go casino to casino to casino, and you know the police presence was everywhere, and they're out looking, making sure that all the because they know you know that state has no income tax for a reason, because they're getting all their income from the people who are coming there and building these big casinos by dumping their money there. So they pay attention. Atlantic City never bothered to really do that, and the other part of it is that Atlantic City never was able to get rid of the syndicate the way Vegas was after
Bugsy.
after Bugsy, and once the corporations started buying the casinos, then then they kicked the unions and the mob out, and we're like, nope, we own it now. And okay.
Although I still think there's involvement in there, just not on the surface. Hmm. Um, Tony's Baltimore Grill in Atlantic City is great at happy hour. A bottle of decent wine is $10, and you can drink it at the bar. Great wings and pizza. All right.
No, there's always great place. I mean, in Vegas used to be. I mean, I used to be able to go into the All American Bar and Grill at Rio, and
Mm-hmm.
they had a steak there that was every bit as good as a Ruth Chris, but it was at a fraction of the cost. But now, from what I understand, it's $20 for a bottle of water in Vegas, and so it's just like,
What?
oh God, yeah.
I know that up until about the time that we got married, you could still get cheap flights and pretty reasonably priced rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't have to break the bank to go. Now the flights are no longer cheap, and the rooms are all pretty high.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I
when
mean,
they
I
redid
don't even think Imperial Palace is operating anymore.
no when they redid the Golden Nugget in one of the few 5-star hotels in Vegas, that they actually totally redid the hotel, and it was stunning. We were out there for the PMA Photo Marketing Association trade show that they have every year, and we got rooms for $63 a night. And it was like right there on Fremont Street. Okay, and that was thank God we stayed there, because that was came back from the PMA show. We had dinner, and they were setting up a stage, and I'm like, what's going on? And they went, the Guess Who's playing there tonight? And I went, y'all have fun at dinner.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. And
Okay, bye.
they were selling these 32, 36-ounce boots of beer, and it was $6.50 to buy it, and then it was three or $3.50 to refill it. And a friend of mine used to bring me John Rack from AccuColor I think it was AccuColor in Vancouver, Canada. Every year he'd deliver me a little baggie full of Cuban cigars, and he just would walk through, and John would just sort of wave at me, and he'd put them in the back corner of our booth, and he'd point, and I know where they were at. And so, some of them were great, some of them were he didn't know. John would just walk into a cigar store up there and go, I need 5 or 6 Cubans. And it's his way of saying thanks for taking care of him all year long. And so I'm sitting out there, and actually it was the best Cuban I have ever lit up in my life. And I'm sitting there, and I'm 20 feet from the stage, got an ice cold beer in one hand, a fantastic Cuban going in the other. And I'm sitting there going, it any better than this. The lady behind me goes, would you mind putting that cigar? I went, yes, I would. You were behind me. Obviously, you got here after I did. It's been lit for a while. So you can find an alternative place to.
I bet she did not like that.
I didn't care. I was in my moment reveling.
Okay.
So,
So, kind of to get on a little bit on topic with Mexico,
oh,
um, one of the things that I thought we would talk about, we've kind of gone through this before, is
oh, before that, Mextron hetero dates.
we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm moving.
You're
So,
segueing into that.
yes.
Okay.
So, one of the things that I kind of thought would be cool to talk about is, we've been together, married for 19 years, and we've been together for about 27 years,
Yeah.
roughly. And, how has our life changed relationship wise since moving here?
God, so much better.
I agree. I think, we fell into that rat race, daily in and out sort of thing where we didn't see each other in the morning because we got up at different times and went to work at different times. And we didn't see each other for most of the day. You spend more of your waking daylight hours in your job than you do at home with your family. So then we would have some evening hours together, and really, um, that time is mostly spent eating, watching TV, or sleeping
But-
most of the time. So I feel like our move
Well,
here has brought us closer together.
yeah, and I think the other thing is that whole mentality up there of hating everybody because everybody's pitted against one another starts to work into even the same wall, the four walls that you're stuck in. That
Yeah.
attitude, just I mean, it's hard to escape the attitude when everybody, it's like, oh, they're wrong, they're evil, they're this, they're that, they're and it's like, no, if everybody bothered to stop, spend 5 minutes talking to somebody, they go, wow, we got a lot more things in common than. But the problem is nobody wants to talk. Everybody wants to yell and not listen. They just want to yell. And so coming across the border, the stress went.
A lot of that stress left. You're right. And you're not carrying it into your relationship.
You're not stressful, so you're not as stressed with your significant other. So, it's like,
We have found that we rely on each other more.
well, we sort of had to. I mean, that was,
Yep.
and that was good. I mean, don't get us wrong. Every time we packed the car to move, it wasn't
Oh,
it wasn't
no,
pretty.
no. We fight. Anybody who has a really healthy relationship that tells you that they never fight,
They're bullshitting.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
Well,
that. Either somebody's carrying some resentment within them that they just don't want to be the instigator in a fight, something. We fight.
one or two things.
We do.
One or two things. Either they're lying that they don't fight, or they're lying that their relationship is healthy, because you can't have it both ways.
I
Because
mean, you can
no, nobody goes
a
through.
little bit.
Nobody goes through. Well, no, I mean, but you're still going to have,
Disagreements.
a healthy relationship. The secret is learning how to fight.
Yeah.
And go, all right, the shit that happened 15 years ago, that happened 15 years ago. That, you don't bring that crap up.
That has no relevance
that has
on the present
nothing
situation.
to do with the fact that, Mark, you ruined another Tupperware container. Okay, I did. And so,
You know what? He's learned. I give him credit. We bought a really expensive Tupperware style snap lid, and I looked at him when I went to buy it, and I said, "I'm not going to buy this if you're going to keep putting these in the microwave and ruin them."
and we're back.
And we reconnected. Anyway, I said, "I'm not going to buy these if you put them in the microwave and you ruin them," because he just kept doing it over and over and over for years. And you know what? You haven't. You have not.
I mean, I looked at it this way. If it was one of those 50-cent things that we spent money on, if it got ruined, it got ruined. And So I didn't attach much value to it. You attached value to it. So I was like, and I attached value to my ass and was like, well, she can either chew on my ass or I can stop doing this. Well, okay, in the interest of keeping happy wife, happy life,
Please don't ruin my
if
expensive Tupperware. That's all.
if I want to put it into one of the yogurt containers that I wash and set aside, and I ruin one of those,
Boom.
Okay,
That's okay.
I know.
Because I would have thrown those out anyway.
See,
Right,
so
those are disposable. But it's things like that, So we do bicker, we do fight. Whenever we would have times where we pack things up and have to move, there would be a fight there. There's tension.
guaranteed.
Let me try to pack the car. That's not where I put it. Things like that. It happened.
Well, only one person can pack the car because that's just because there's a plan. And, if you want to take it on and do it, you have to do it all. There is no, let me jump in the middle. No, you couldn't jump in the middle because it's like saying, here, I'm halfway through my Tetris game. Take over.
Right,
so,
right. But yeah, so I feel like the stress has definitely gone down on a daily basis in our relationship since moving here. We rely on each other a whole lot more.
mm-hmm.
I think we communicate better now because we are communicating. Whereas I felt like before we were just sort of passing through.
Well, we were marking time. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what was happening north of the border was okay. Another week down. Okay, yeah, I'm back to work on Monday, and that's just.
Yeah, I wouldn't see him until I got home, because he would get up. You get up what 3:30, 4 o'clock.
3:30 in the morning, and
he'd be out the door like at 5.
No, I was out the door before, a little after 4. So
okay, and then I wasn't out the door until 7, and or 6:30, and then I wasn't getting home with traffic and everything else. I wasn't getting home until 6. Maybe. And then we were in bed.
Well, I went to bed early because
Yeah.
I was getting up at 3:30.
Yeah, so he'd be in bed like by 9 at the latest. So we didn't spend a lot of time with each other. So when you're not spending time with someone, you're not really knowing them, you're not communicating with them.
Well, then you don't know where they're at right now, and that was the biggest thing is because as you age and as relationships mature and everything else, you go through changes, and where you were at one point at this point over here doesn't mean that's where you're going to be when you're at this point over here. So, not knowing, is not good, because that's like, all right, I think I know where she's at. Well, I'm sorry, guys. If you're anything like me, we don't read subtleties well. Hit me between the eyes with a 2x4 and I might get it then. But, dropping hints.
That's a female thing. Women love to drop hints. Women love it if you can read between the lines. I've learned through the years to be blunt, on point, just say what I'm thinking. And I don't have much of a filter anymore.
No,
but
it doesn't bother me.
He appreciates the candid.
Duh.
He doesn't have to guess.
Because invariably I'm going to guess wrong. So this is a whole lot easier.
Not necessarily.
Well, okay, but that is a stressor.
Yeah.
Going, oh shit, did I get this right? Did I not? And half the time, it's not even the fact that did I get it right or did I get it wrong? It's did I make the effort? And if I made the effort, and
oh yeah, you get an A for effort.
and the hard part, and the hard part there is for us, as men, especially, being someone who was used to being in business and winning and the game was always on, I don't want to settle for a single. I'm trying to hit the home run. Well, when you don't hit the home run, damn.
Well,
I could, but then she's going, but you tried.
But you tried.
and now I'm going, yeah, but I could have done this and I could have done that, and so
But you
now
tried.
it's okay. You know what?
Now you're beating yourself up. So the ultimate win, we're coming up on 4 years pretty soon here. The ultimate win is I feel like our relationship is stronger now than it has ever been. I feel like we communicate really well with each other now. Our stress levels are low now. Oh, he's thinking
No,
about
no,
it.
no, no, no. There was a point. There was a point where it was uncanny that she and I could finish each other's sentence, and we in the early days when we texted a lot,
Yeah.
it was unbelievable how often that would occur, and then suddenly it'd be, damn, that's exactly what I was thinking,
We've lost that a little bit.
and that's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
you're saying we're communicating. I'm sitting there going, there was a point where we were so in tune on the same wavelength that it was actually scary, and that was,
No, he's right about that.
and that's when all of our daughters went,
You guys are weird.
they
Yeah,
looked, they looked at us and went, if ever there was two people who were meant to be, it's the two of you, because it was,
I actually, and he's right. We used to be able to finish each other's sentences. That doesn't really happen right now. It's almost as if we're talking about different things, but I feel like that's a reflection of aging. I
huh?
think
What?
I think that's a change in the way that we think now. And I notice it particularly when he brings something up. He would have changed conversation topics, but I think I didn't know that the topic had changed. I'm still
And
over.
it used to be we could do that and it would seamlessly flow.
Yeah, I'm still
I
over
mean,
here somewhere.
and so it
And
used to be, if one of us did a zig, the other wasn't on the zag. They were still with the zig, going, oh, okay, boom, and then it'd be, but now it's sort of like, if I zag, she's still gonna run the zig, and then she's like, what are you
it's
talking
like, have
about?
you ever seen that physics experiment where they have like um, cue balls or pool balls hanging from different lengths of string, and they let them all go at the same time. And at first, they're swinging back and forth, but then they start to undulate between each other. And then you have these helixes. It's kind of like that.
I mean, it's an evolving situation, and it
Yes.
continues to evolve. And you know, I, would I have changed anything?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd have come down sooner if we could have figured out a way to make it
Oh,
work.
I thought
I
you were
mean,
talking about our
no,
relationship.
no, no, no. See, there's a zig and a zag. I mean, but what as far as being in Mexico and how it's
We
made,
would have come sooner.
we would have come sooner because
Yes.
it had. First of all, the first 2 years we were down here, we were so, with all the constant traveling and everything else, we were so reliant upon each other.
Mhm.
I mean, it was, hey, it's you and me, kid. That's it. I mean, that's who we got. I got your back, you got my back, and that's the way it is. And I think the last year and a half has been a little bit different, and has evolved some, because we spent more time, and we returned to some cities, and we've expanded our friend base is grown, and so there's a greater number of people now, but it really hasn't affected the core at all.
No. No.
So you know,
I just feel like our relationship is stronger. I don't know where it would have been at this point in time had we stayed in the US. It was stressful then, and we weren't seeing a lot of each other. I don't know.
well,
I think it would have continued to be stressful, and
good thing is we ain't got to find out.
no, and given the current climate and everything happening right now, I think it would have just been more stressful. I'm glad that we are where we are, and I feel that it was really good move for us as a couple.
You damn Skippy.
Yeah, for sure. So now we can seg into Mextranjero 2027.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
No. You hit me, and I'm suddenly drawing a blank. I got the dates, but I'm trying to remember exactly when those dates occur.
I will
It
pull it
is
up for you.
It is the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. No, 25th, 26th, 27th of February of next year in
There's the
San Luis
date.
Potosi.
It is the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th.
Right.
There you go. So basically, guys, it is the last weekend of February next year. That's what we know. That's what we're running with. Um, we are leaving it up to our hosts. Papa got a GoPro, who is now
Papa moved
to
to
Mexico, and the two travelers in Mexico. They are co hosting, and they will be coming up with the agenda and activities for next year.
Yep.
But those are the dates that are locked in. So go ahead and write that down. The last weekend of February, but it also includes optionally the Thursday and Friday before that.
No,
Well,
Thursday and Friday before that.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
for creators, it's the
For
Thursday.
creators.
And just like this year, we will be doing the live kickoff show, from SLP, San Luis Potosi on the 24th. And we are hoping that we're going to get God knows how many channels are going to participate this year and show up, and those that are there.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
San Luis Potosi is one of my favorite cities that we've been to. It's
mine too.
Very beautiful. There's a lot to do there. I think it's going to be great. So we're looking forward to it. And now that we have that date locked in, it'll make it a whole lot easier for you to plan.
Yes.
So that you can be there.
So now you have almost 11 months.
That's right.
Give or take 10 and a half months to be able to get your ducks in a row if you're wanting to attend next year. So.
Okay. Papa, move to Mexico. I love that you're using your new channel name. And you know what? Your new avatar is very cool.
Yes, it is. And if you aren't subscribed to Papa Move to Mexico, check him out. It's going to be a fun channel that's got a different way of looking at things. He's going to be in Mexico here soon because they just closed on their house yesterday. So it will not be long before Papa really moved to Mexico.
Yes. And you are not usually wrong. Remember, you are a problem in search of a solution, or a solution in search of a problem. That's what it was. You are a solution in search of a problem, as I recall.
I quit looking for problems because, damn it, problems are never good.
Well,
Yeah.
Cheeseburger. My wife is never wrong. Just ask her.
Yep.
Wait, let me see here. Once I get married, I got rid of Google. She knows everything. We don't fight or argue because she's always right. What does Chat GPT say?
That would be.
Oh, I know. Hey, Terry.
Hola, Terry.
Oklahoma City. Boom. And Cindy. Nice to see you, hon. How is the best way to get there?
You actually can fly straight into, if you're in Oklahoma City, so that's an easy. Hop on down to Dallas on American, from American right into SLP. They've got a nice airport. Well, I only saw the outside of it when I dropped you off.
Yeah, it's a nice airport.
She can attest to what it's like inside because I didn't fly out of there. So yeah, that's a two-stopper and one stop, and you're in SLP. So
yep.
Short flight. I don't think it's more than hour and 45 minutes probably from Dallas to SLP, because it's only 2 hours to get to Querétaro.
You know what? And the airport is not that far out of town either. Like in Querétaro here, it takes about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to get to the airport. But in San Luis, it's very close.
No, because she had a very early morning flight the time that she had to fly out. And she was like, texting me, goes, we're boarding. And I'm like, I'm home. So
Like it was that fast. Pretty cool. That's right. Whoop. It's reconnecting. And see, Papaw says, come see us.
Absolutely.
That's right. Let's see. We got our Airbnb starting May 1st. Wow, that fast. Good for you. Good for you. What neighborhood did you choose to live in? Tell me it was Tukiskialpen.
you won't lose any weight with those churros, though. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
But they are damn good there.
Such a pretty neighborhood. I love
It
that
is.
colonia so much. But we did like where we were last time too. It was a nice walkable area. Yeah.
Just a little bit of a hike to get a churro.
To get a because he wasn't going to cheat on his churro man. We had a churro guy right at the end of our street, but no. He was not cheating on the Tiquiskialpen churro.
Nope.
Which they were actually very good. So
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not my boys there.
I know. To move there when you have another person with you, lots of couples, not too many single people doing it. It helps to have a sidekick. It does. If you have friends that are already here and established, that's every bit as helpful. I would say.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, having the community is the key to making everything work. And that's a very important part to a successful move to Mexico, is going someplace that you're going to be able to find your tribe. I mean, and that's
yeah. So Terry, he had said earlier, so
American.
You're in Oklahoma City, so if you just take yourself over to Dallas Fort Worth, you can hop American, and American will take you right in direct.
Yeah, you can just right from Oklahoma City, just jump right on American, and you can go American, DFW, and SLP, and boom, done.
Yeah, that'd be a direct nonstop flight.
Well, from DFW, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's not going to fly from Oklahoma City to DFW.
No.
Well, you could. Well, you could. What does Oklahoma City have a hub of any kind?
No, but American serves them. I mean, it's you.
Well, I mean, that would be your call then. You can either drive to Dallas, but why would you? You're already in Oklahoma City. I don't know.
That's what I thought. I mean,
6 of one and half dozen of the other. Because by the time you drag yourself to the airport and park your car, and sit in the airport, wait for your flight, you could have been to Dallas already. I know.
Whichever way, I mean,
whichever way works.
Here's the thing: if the difference in the cost of the ticket was $100, $150, I'm going through OKC.
Okay.
Because I'm not driving all the way to Dallas for $100. That's no.
Yep. And I absolutely agree, Jeff. San Luis was a really nice airport. I think I liked it even a little more than Querétaro. There was one thing about San Luis and the process when I flew out that was different, that I wasn't expecting. And that was that, and I don't know if they still do this now, because this could be totally outdated information. But in May of 2023, when I flew out of San Luis Potosí, I had to do the whole INM thing. And I thought, they sent everybody, citizens, foreigners, it didn't matter who you were, to the INM window. And we all had to have our airline ticket marked.
Yeah.
Stamped or something. Everybody did.
Originally, that was the same in here in Querétaro.
Even the citizens, though?
I think they sent everybody over to wake that poor guy up over there in the corner.
Okay.
And then they were one of the first ones to go onto the computer. Querétaro Airport was where they were able, once they were checked in, they linked it into the system, and they saw your card, and they were like, okay, boom.
Yeah. They probably don't do any of that anymore. I know Querétaro has completely gotten rid of having anybody check in at the I&M window. I don't even know what the guy is over there anymore for. But
I don't even know if he's there anymore, because every
he
time I
might
went over
not
there,
be.
he was like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but San Luis Potosi was just kind of different in the way they had handled it at that time. That, again, that was 3 years ago. They may not even be doing it anymore. But I thought the airport was really, really nice. I think it's a little bit bigger than Querétaro's, a little bit,
I don't know.
but it's very nice airport. Good stuff. Um, thank you, Dawn. um, if I'm not wrong, in November you will get your permanent residency.
Yes.
Yes, we will. We are starting to prepare for that, and we're trying to get our ducks in a row. Not to totally abuse the that corny business term, getting our ducks in a row. We're circling the wagons. We'll put it in the parking lot.
We're doing our preparation work.
We're getting things ready for that. We're going to be working toward getting the permanent residency and
Dealing with the car,
deciding what we're going to do with our car. We're either going to take it up and sell it, or we're going to import it. Our car,
either way, we're going to the border. But yeah,
that's going to happen. It's probably going to be a little while before we decide what we're doing with our stuff in storage, but we're working on that. And I think we're going to have some news coming up next week on some of that. So
don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about either.
I just do what you tell me to do when it comes to the content. So yeah.
As far as Mexican citizenship, we have to be at pretty much, I think it's an A2 or a B1 level in Spanish and pass an interview. I don't think either one of us are there. If anything, Mark's closer to it than I am.
Well, the other problem with that is I remember Ernie Baca talking about that. He was looking at it, trying to take the test, and he gave it to his father-in-law, who was I think an econ professor at a university up in Monterrey, and he struggled with it as far as the questions. And so I'm sitting here going, well, if a man who's lived in Mexico and is learned is having a problem with it, and the other part of it, to be fair, would it make any sense for us to be voting on things that we literally have unplugged ourselves so far from what's going on news wise, and that's both sides of the border, and so we literally sit here ignorant. So for us to vote would really be like, no, that's
just because we get a voter card doesn't mean we use it.
No, I get that.
The benefit that I see from it is that, we would be more legitimately viewed as people who would be paying taxes and things like that. But I don't earn in Mexico.
Just because you had citizenship, the tax situation would still be the same.
The tax situation doesn't say. Mark is eligible after a certain age to just do the interview and not have to take the exam if he wants to do that. There could be some upsides to that.
Well, I think then I could get the I&M card, the citizenship card, and then from there
INE
card, and then from there would be able to get it in a palm card, which
we're still navigating that. Right now we're going to focus on the permanent residency.
The things that are staring us in the face. So
yeah, that's this year, and that's the top priority now at this moment. Yep. Let's see. Hey, hola, hi Vicky.
Hey Vicky.
Oh, now that I see Vicky, I have to show this off. Let me show off my babies. I have babies.
No, Vicky, they're not what you think they are.
These are my babies. I've given them all names that start with a P, and I gave one of them away today to our cleaning lady. Um, I germinated Cherokee purple tomato seeds. These seeds have been harvested from a crop that I had a little over 4 years ago. And of 30 seeds, 25 of them germinated. And of those 25, 7 of them actually grew. So I'm really happy and excited. These are taking off like crazy right now. And we went out to the Home Depot and picked up all the stuff I need to plant them in. So in about a week or two, I'm going to be transplanting 2, maybe 3 of these and giving the rest away to friends. And then we're going to have some major delicious BLTs this year. Oh my goodness. Those,
If you're not familiar, they're an heirloom tomato, which means that they're not cross pollinated, they're not germinated, with other strains of tomato, and they're humongous.
they're beefsteak.
They're beefsteak size purple tomatoes that are extremely sweet, and oh my god, for a BLT, they are to die
bomb.
for.
And there's a little bit of purple in the leaves, which is just like so awesome because the weather here is perfect. I did not know this. This is by happenstance, but Cherokee tomatoes, Cherokee purple heirloom tomatoes, do really, really well in a Mediterranean climate. That's exactly where we are. Some of the other plants that do really, really well in this area are Mediterranean type plants like lavender, cypress trees, and things like that. So, grapes, yeah, this is wine country. So, these tomatoes, the reason that they're going to be fantastic is because they're getting a lot of really good ultraviolet light, sunlight during the day, and then at night in the cooler temperatures, well, those cool temperatures promote sugar production. So, and the beautiful purple that I'm seeing already in the leaves is from the bright sun. But the sugar production in the tomatoes at night is going to be amazing. I am so excited to have Cherokee purple tomatoes again. I cannot wait until these plants mature, and they are indeterminate, which means they can get up to 8 feet tall. They're very large vines. I'm going to prune them in such a way that they won't get that tall, but they will continue to produce flowers and fruit for as long as they grow, pretty much.
Francisco's going to be getting a lot of tomatoes.
I'm getting a lot of tomatoes, but that's okay. If I have to, I'll make sun-dried tomatoes. They will be yummy, so yummy. I'll harvest more seeds. I'll share them with people. We'll have a Mexican like offshoot of Cherokee purple tomatoes. I think I'm going to call them patio purples because I'm going to grow them on the patio.
Works for me.
I know you like them. Okay, I'm skipping around because I lost place here. Okay, right here. Our Airbnb is in Jardín, walkable to Techies. Nice. I know where that is. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. American will do direct to Dallas.
Yep.
Very good. Okay. We had to do I&M in Guadalajara in February. Okay. It's weird how some places are still doing stuff and some places aren't.
Well, but they were in Ajijic in February, so it made sense for them to shoot up to Guadalajara.
That's not what I'm saying. They had to do I&M.
I know.
Yeah. We were just talking about how Querétaro doesn't even do that anymore.
Oh,
Right.
that part. Well, I thought
Right.
they were talking about maybe that they went to the I&M. Okay, yeah.
No.
Amazing, because you would think that's a bigger airport, but maybe they were wanting to start on the mid-size to see what problems it would cause.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know. It's who knows. Thank you, Anna. Late this week, forgot the time. No worries, honey. It's all going to be here forever and ever, even after it's not live anymore. And how is Ernie? He's not been on for a while.
I I have been communicating with Ernie, and all is good. Health is good, and everything else. He is stepping back from YouTube, and for reasons that can't be shared. So rest assured, all is good with him and Yami and everything else. So that's
Something's come up.
something.
So
Something has arisen that
his health is fine.
yeah, he's looking. Let's just say he can't really discuss what's going on, and I can't either because I don't want to divulge and betray.
Let's just say it's
so
nothing negative. It's
No.
just something that's taking up his time.
Correct.
So he just cannot commit to YouTube at the moment, and we don't know if he will return or not. So, but Mark's been staying in touch with him, and he's healthy. Yami's healthy. Yami's mommy's healthy. Yami's mommy. Yeah. I think anyone over 60 doesn't have to take the test. That sounds about right.
I think that's right.
That sounds about right. But you still have to do the interview. You don't have to take the test, but you have to interview. And the interview is in Spanish, as it should be. You know, it's interesting about the test. In the US, a lot of US citizens would not be able to pass the US test either.
Well, and that's a direct testament to the state of the education that's going on there.
Once again, yeah. The test, I think the test, if you're a citizen, you're just damn lucky you don't have to take those tests. I think the test is really to get the new immigrant to prove their worthiness.
Well, I mean,
we took the time to learn your history.
And we're both history aficionados. I mean, history excites both of us. I mean, when we were in Puebla, it was just like, oh my God, the history that's here in Puebla, the history in San Miguel de Allende, the history in Dolores Hidalgo,
yes, it was incredible.
Toltenilco. Yeah. I mean, all those places are just so, full of the opportunity to learn. And we learned so much that we were sitting here going, why is none of this being taught? Yeah. And of course, then I'm sitting here going, why? They don't even bother to teach American history after a certain point. So it's like, why would we expect them to teach anything about what's happened north or south of their border when they do a half-assed job teaching what happened within their own border? So
yeah. Oh, speaking of, did you guys notice that we have totally removed expats with a plan? We'll probably do a video on our name change just to explain why we've removed it. But ultimately, it's going to come down to, because we're not going to be expats anymore. Expats kind of denote temporary residency, no intention on remaining where you are kind of thing.
And we're staying.
So, we have always been immigrants. We are immigrants. We don't deny being immigrants, but expat was one of those, it's a temporary situation type term, and it's not temporary anymore coming up here. So we have totally removed it. We're rebranding it. We're calling it DESDE 2022 now instead of expats with a plan.
Well, and our dumbasses, when we were sitting on the sofa in Fletcher, North Carolina, putting this whole channel together, expats with a plan had a little ring to it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And so, we didn't even bother to even go, some people may have a problem with that word. Because at that time, we didn't know anybody had a problem with that.
Well,
I mean, we were. That
word has been in my vocabulary since I was a child, because that's what all the Brits who had moved to Florida and stuff, that's what they called themselves. They were British expats.
I mean, half of this band got the hell out of England because of the fact that they were getting taxed to death. Well, I don't know if half of them did.
No,
Keith was the only one.
Keith was the only one.
And they go on tour and they come back broke.
That's why the album Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones is called Exile on Main Street, because it was at that time they left the UK to avoid the high taxes. And
It's why the
so
Bee Gees moved to Miami.
yeah,
I mean, they were all just going.
I've always heard that term in relation to the British people who had moved into places like Florida. It never meant anything negative to me, but it does mean something negative to some people. And we've always defended ourselves in using it by saying, however, the dictionary term is, you're not, this is without permanence.
It applied to us.
Yeah, without
but
permanence.
But it will not apply to
No.
us. So we went, let's just go ahead.
We're cutting it out. And I don't know if you noticed, the intro. I updated the intro today. It's not going to be what?
I'm just looking at. We have it up there. Expats with a plan.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
Okay,
that's the very last place.
I thought we had. I thought you said we had gotten rid of all of them.
Okay, no, you're right. This is the last place because I did it. I did it on our website. I did it on all the social medias. I did it on the intro. Okay, so I got to fix it here too. Darn it all! Call me a liar. Anyway, the whole point is I don't know if you've noticed the new intro. I freshened it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So we're moving on from that. And we're probably going to do a whole video on that because we know that that's going to draw some eyes. And we're going to explain why we used it, just like we're doing now. And we're going to explain why we removed it.
Gee, would that be the title? That one be Expats No More?
Well, we could. I don't know. Whatever rings.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Moving on. Okay. Sorry. Aw, Alfredo. Denise and I had issues getting out of the pool.
I don't blame you there.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Thank you.
And hola to you and Denise.
Oh, your tomatoes are looking good. You know what? I cannot tell you. Look, here's what you don't know about these tomatoes. Now, just last week, they were still inside peat pods, little peat pods. And I was looking at them and I noticed that the roots were coming out of the mesh. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to move them already. I was going to wait till they had about 3 sets of these true leaves on the top. These are the beginner leaves down here. And I was waiting for 3 sets of these. It wasn't going to happen. So I can smell that cucumber from over here.
Hey.
So I stuck them in these last week. I buried them all the way up to the first set of primary leaves. And they have already grown this much. I mean, they were like down to here last week. And they're already, so they're growing fast. And we had to run out and go buy the stuff from Home Depot to plant them. Because if I don't do it this weekend, I'm definitely going to have to do it by next weekend for sure. So we bought lava rock.
I don't know what all you buy. You just were loading it up. The only thing I can remember is we were all looking for peat moss.
We were looking for a big 25-liter bag of peat. And the peat moss was on the Home Depot site. But when we got there, there wasn't a 25-liter bag of peat moss anywhere in their garden center. And we had to buy a bunch of little 10-liter bags. Well, the 10-liter bags were kind of expensive. I don't know. Anyway, we got peat moss. We got worm castings, also called hummus. And we got finely ground up lava, red lava, and something else.
Black earth.
No. Compost. Coconut compost. That's all we're getting. I found out that we shouldn't use earth because it compacts. We need to make it loose and roomy for the roots to go crazy. So I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing. Yes. I grow those too. Yummy. Oh, Stephanie, they're so good. It's my favorite tomato in the whole wide world. And I put forth all the effort that I did to harvest those seeds. And yeah, I did the whole thing, the whole ferment them in the water and then dry them off and make sure they're nice and dry, keep them in a cool, dry place.
And she did it well.
And here we are 4 years later. I'm finally growing them. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. When you both get your RP in November, I'm coming down and we're going to celebrate like we did in Progresso. Yeah! Language proficiency will happen. You're both smart. We're trying.
Well, a friend of mine told me I I be smart.
I be smart.
Hmm. Somebody who speaks a lot of languages told me that.
Who?
Who do we know that speaks a lot of languages?
Tommy.
I be smart.
I be smart. Oh, I'm glad Ernie is in good health. I understand. I have been concerned. Please pass on my best wishes for sure.
He knows that he's gotten a lot of the messages and everything else, and he's just, you know, it's not something that he has the liberty to expound upon.
No, we're hoping we're going to see him next month. He's supposed to go to the Ren Fair with us.
Yes,
The
he and Yami, we've got a
Mundo Medieval.
we've rented a hacienda through Airbnb that's not far from the fairgrounds, and so we're going to be there with of course Annie Bet and Arlene and Yami and Ernie and our friend Cesar, and they were like, party like you want to, because there's no neighbors. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
God, don't tell this group to party like there's no tomorrow,
No.
because yikes.
Speaking of Ren Fair, I got a sewing machine. We had given our sewing machine up in the estate sale, obviously, because it takes up a lot of space. And how often do I actually use it? Well, I got a sewing machine here in Mexico. It cost me, I think, a grand total of approximately $180, and it does 37 styles of stitches. And I already mended one of his shirts, and I'm doing some alterations on my medieval Renaissance outfit. So that's a
Yep.
lot of fun. I'm having fun with that. And it's also going to help me resize some of my clothing that I ordered through Shine and Temu. My hips are one size, and my shoulders are another size. And so when I try to order shirts that have to go past my hips, I end up ordering, they're too big. They're too big in my shoulders and they're too long in my arms. The drop off my shoulders is about an inch or two too long. So now I'm able to alter those and fix those as well. So I'm happy with that. And I like to sew. So another project that I never have time for, basically. I had not wanted to ask
No,
about Ernie
that's
before. That's cool. Um, it's my understanding after 60, you only do an interview for citizenship, no written tests. Yeah, that's what we were saying. But you need to understand to answer the questions during the interview. This is correct.
yeah,
You have to have at least an A2 or a B1 level of
and
Spanish.
going Monday every time they ask a question is probably not going to suffice. So
No.
it's getting better, week by week, day by day, because we have conversations. Well, I have conversations, with Francisco and Angelica, who comes in and cleans the house once a week. So it's good for me, and so that's really helping. I need to get back onto my expat Spanish, because
Yeah, the more conversation we have and the more we learn, the better. I did notice the other day my vocabulary has expanded exponentially, but I still struggle to string together a comprehensive sentence. And it's frustrating. And of course, I'm not even ready to start thinking about the past tense and future tense stuff yet. I'm still trying.
Mexico keeps you in the present, because I can't keep track of the past and the future.
I know. But my vocabulary really is so much more expanded than I ever thought it would be.
Until you talk to Francisco today, and
Good God. I tried to tell Francisco. I wanted to ask him if he wanted a garden hose that we were going to get rid of. What do I do? Instead of asking him if he wants the hose, I asked him if he has the hose. So he looks at me confused and he says, he takes it. And I'm like, oh my God, he must think that I want him to take it to the garbage. That's not what I wanted. And that's not what I want him to do. I don't expect him to do this for me. I could walk it to the garbage. I was going to if he didn't want it. So then I'm like, oh my God, I screwed that up. I've got to go outside. So now I'm on Google Translate so I could say to him, I used the incorrect words. And he's looking at me and I'm like, I mean to say, and then I just said what I wanted to say. Yeah, tú quieres esta. And he's like, oh, sí. Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets it. I mean, he knows that
But I felt like, oh my God, what did I just do?
we are SSL, Spanish as second language. So I
Oh,
mean, we're going to
yeah,
make mistakes,
I
and
know. But I basically said completely the wrong thing. It's not what I meant to say. But he got it in the end, and I think he took the hose. I think he wanted it. So we get one of those expandable hoses just to guard, to water plants and to
yeah. But
rinse off the
once
car.
they get put out there, then he'll be watering them when he waters the other plants. So I guarantee you,
Oh well, he can water them if he wants to. I'll give him a plant too.
Well, he asked me today, and I went, see,
Um, see what
water them.
he watered these.
Yeah, you want to know, water the plants? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Forgot to ask you both. I believe Gina, you said you did not use the CMRA in your permanent address. CMRA. What is that? I don't know what that is, Tommy. What is a CMRA in the permanent address?
Well, I got a feeling I know what this is. With the banks, we do not put in
The PMB,
the PMB number.
the personal mailbox number. With our bank accounts, our credit card accounts, anything financial, I just use the street number and the suite number. I do not use the personal mailbox number. And they don't have a hard time finding us. If they get mail from Mark or Gina Anderson, and
they know where it goes.
They know where it's going, and it still gets to us. But we don't get mail that often from anybody financial unless it's a brand new credit card or something that they're issuing because ours is expiring. It still gets to us. We just don't put the PMB because for tax purposes and things like that, to them they see it as a post office box.
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
For the financial institutions, and so
yeah,
just leaving that off of there, we have not encountered any problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
All we can tell you is it has worked for us to this point.
Yes.
So can we say that tomorrow we may get, Schwab going, the hell y'all doing? I don't think so. But then again, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But then it's like Schwab knows where we're at because, geez, 2 times a month I'm going and taking out, Effectivo,
Oh yeah, they know where we are.
They know where we're at.
We get international charges all the time on our account. We don't pay any fees on it. They know they're international, and anytime we use an ATM, they reimburse all our ATM fees, and they're all from Mexico, so they know where we are. I think the key there is that I have deposits coming in on a regular basis from a U.S. account to a U.S. account. I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying. So, putting the disclaimer out there that we are not financial experts. All we can tell you is this has worked for us so far.
We don't even play one on TV.
No.
Oh, and speaking of finances, in the last 2 days, I have had 5 people reach out to me about 5 totally different job opportunities. And what?
Go ahead, finish.
4 of those 5 are all part-time. And I'm like, I could do another part-time. maybe even 3 part-time. If they're all part-time,
Yeah.
why not?
No, I was going to say, speaking of financials, this week's video is with Queer Money.
Yes.
So you guys want to check out a couple of very intelligent young men who have figured out, that looked at their own life and went, wow, we're in the financial industry and we've got this wrong, and figured out how to make it work. Check it out on Friday.
Yes, they went from fabulously broke to
putting money away,
yeah.
and actually going, oh, we need to start thinking about these things. So these two
Yeah,
had a
they're really
brilliant,
good.
very good plan. It's worth checking out.
Yep, that's Queer Money. That's on Friday
Yep.
afternoon. It's our last collaboration video that we did at Mexico on Hero.
Yep.
Let's see. And happy for your 19 years. My 55 is this year. Oh, Terry, 55. Wow. That's awesome, though.
I won't be alive to see 55 years of marriage.
I guess if you combine them all, maybe.
I don't know if I want to live that long.
I know. I've tried growing tomatoes in Florida, but it is too hot, and probably too humid. Tomatoes often, unless they're the really good hybrids, tomatoes will often suffer from a lot of rot type diseases, particularly if they don't get enough air around the roots. The roots can rot, and they can get fungus on the leaves. So humidity plays. That's why they said that they do really well in Mediterranean climates, because they tend to be dry. And so, yeah, that's a real thing.
I mean, it's dry here.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep calling for rain at nights for the past couple of weeks, and we may get a spit or two. And it's like,
don't get me wrong, the tomatoes do need water. They love water.
They don't like humidity.
Water makes them juicy.
Humidity.
But the humidity can cause issues, particularly with fungus and rotted roots and diseases and things. So it's a real thing. Plus, the types of insects that are in the area can do a lot of damage. Probably the only thing I ever really had happen that was bad is I had blossom rot. Is it blossom rot? I guess that's what it is, where you don't have enough calcium in the soil. And now I just crush up eggshells really, really fine, and I mix it in the soil, and there you go. Done. You can do bone meal too, but eggshells are easier. Okay. I did my interview completely in Spanish at the consulate in Philly. Of course you did,
well,
Tommy. Duh. Use all the Spanish you know. It is so appreciated. Oh, we know it is, but when it comes to potential citizenship with INE, there is an interview in Spanish, and I don't think we're at that level. So
let me tell this story real quick. Tommy comes down to see us because we bantered back and forth both on here during lives and on comments and everything else. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm going to be in Progreso. I'm coming to see y'all. Because he goes, I've been promising to buy y'all the biggest margarita in Mexico. So I'm coming down to fulfill my promise. So we meet at this restaurant and for lunch. And we go, and there's Tommy. He hugs around and everything else. And because now he feels like he's family, and he is family.
Yeah.
And
it's Uncle Tommy.
Yeah. And so here comes the waiter, and Tommy just instantly goes, and both of us are sitting here going,
the hell?
Where the hell did that come from? And he goes, oh, I didn't tell you, I speak Spanish. Okay. And he speaks it very well. So then after we
and he can determine Puerto Rican Spanish,
Argentinian.
Yeah, he knows all the dialects.
And so then after lunch, we go take a walk on the Malecon. And we're walking down the Malecon because we're going to look to find that margarita. And here comes one of the vendors coming out with his flyers and everything else. And we're just walking 3 abreast. And he gets close, and all of a sudden Tommy switches to German. And the guy gets close. He starts to hear the German. And he goes and walks and turns right around. And we're both looking at him like,
what the
hell? And so he goes, I knew he wouldn't speak German. And we're like,
It's
so
like, I think he's a secret agent, man. I think he's a spy.
No.
Oh, goodness.
That was our introduction to the one, the only Tommy.
The new financial requirements for residency have gone up so much. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
They've gone up
almost 20% annually for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And I think that part of it, this is my thought process only, so take it for what it's worth. Yeah, you're going. Yeah, I think part of it is they're trying to stem the flow a little bit to figure out how much they can actually handle, as far as immigration wise. And I think once they get a better handle on that, then they will probably, as all of us here have been, fans of Ernie Baca for so long, they have the new formula. They have just chosen not to implement it.
Well, that's not totally true. They're using it. They are using the new formula, but the way they're calculating it for this type of situation is
not according to the
not
formula.
according to the formula
Right.
they used to use.
Right. And so I think once they get comfortable and they go, okay, let's open the tap back up. Then when they go back and they implement the new formula, they're going to drop. And so now it's almost if we had waited one more year, we probably wouldn't have qualified.
Maybe.
We'd have waited 2 years. No.
I mean, when we first went in, we were going to try to each qualify independently.
And we were so close.
We took the whole 12 months of bank statements in with us, and we averaged what we needed to every month for that year. But they want to see the amount that you need to qualify for every single month. And we were short like 2 months. But we were
because of the way where the paychecks fell that month, the next month was an overabundance because of it was every 2 weeks.
3 pays that month, We averaged on a monthly average, we totally made it. But on a month to month, we were short like 2 times.
And by that, and so, they looked at me and went, well, do you mind being the dependent? And I'm like, not by this point. I've been dependent on her for so long that what difference does it make? You're just going to make it official.
Right.
So we don't care.
So I made it on the income, and he made it on a little bit extra as a dependent. But 2 years later, I don't know if we would have met.
Oh,
I don't know. It was rough.
I would not like to try.
Right now, when I think about how much it is right now,
I mean, we the only way we'd have made it 2 years later would have been to play the game of
pay yourself,
every month, $1,000, $2,000 that you just keep putting in, taking out, putting into someplace else, then putting it back in, because that's all it really was looking at, was how much money was actually coming in every month.
Right. They weren't looking at what was going out.
Right. And so, could the game be played? Yes. Because how do I say this correctly?
It's a game and you shouldn't be playing it.
Right. Well, while the cost of living here has gone up since we have been here, it is still lower than what it was in the US.
Yes.
You know, and the biggest, you know, debit that we have been able to eliminate is insurance.
Yes.
Between what we were paying in healthcare insurance a month, what we were paying in auto insurance a month.
Yep.
You start packing all those numbers together and you start going, holy crap, we were working for insurance companies. I mean, and
yeah, those were our biggest expenses.
they
really.
were, yeah.
Outside of accommodations and
Right.
groceries.
Right. But
it was insurance.
You know, you eliminate the insurance and suddenly you're going, holy crap, there's a whole lot of extra money here. And another one that we eliminated was the cable bill. I mean, that,
oh my gosh.
you know, I mean, you start thinking we were paying $200 plus
for cable and internet.
Now we just pay for internet because we got the VC box, you know, which I get more TV here than I ever got in the US, and I watch less TV now than when I was in the US. So,
True.
you know,
True.
Because I don't tune into the news anymore. It's, you know, I don't care.
I'll have to sit down one day looking at our old budget and our new budget and see percentage wise what the difference realistically is.
Ooh, video coming soon, because
what?
Money videos always do well.
Oh yes, I know. Well, not coming soon because there's other videos.
I mean, rhetorically.
Yes. And IR smart. See?
Uh-huh. Oh, IR smart. I'm sorry. You know, I be dumb. He are smart.
IR college student.
You know.
My husband has his mom's old sewing machine and it will be coming. He uses it all the time. Oh, that's awesome. I don't have time to do a lot of projects, but I have been known to be able to pick up a McCall's or something pattern and make something from it. I once made, I bought a 1980s pattern for a prom gown, a prom dress, very 80s inspired. And I had to size it up, 7 or 8 sizes from the pattern that I had. It was the only one we really liked, and we liked the style. And so our youngest was going to be in Footloose at school, and she needed an 80s style prom dress. So I did one of those things where you make a dress form or a body form on someone using a t-shirt and some duct tape, and then you cut it, you stuff it with polyfill, and there you are.
Yeah, fake Lexi did not make the trip down here.
Fake Lexi did not make the trip. Fake Lexi got thrown away.
Wow.
But it was, it worked, and I was able to use some muslin and things like that, and I sized that pattern up, and she had an 80s prom dress for the musical.
Yes, she did.
And I made a pirate outfit one time that he wore for Halloween.
I still prefer my inflatable one, but that was all right.
It had a vest and a nice loose, fluffy muslin style shirt. And, you know, I've done stuff like that, but I'm not a seamstress. I also crochet and I draw and I sing and I play guitar and I do all these things I never have time for. So,
if you're waiting for me to expound on what I do, it ain't none of that.
It smokes cigars and knows things. Oh gosh. Hey Annie. Are you keeping your car?
I would say probably. Because we haven't put the final pencil to paper economically yet, but of what we would probably get for our car, then have to buy a used car here in Mexico. It's more like, all right, we know this car, we like this car and everything else. So,
and the car's got relatively new engine in it. We had the engine, it was on recall.
Thank you, Kia.
And right before we came to Mexico, a brand new engine got put in it. And it doesn't have a lot of miles on it. The car is in very good shape. It has just one small area with a speck of rust on it. If it is able to be imported, which we think it is, we definitely know the VIN number is
The
eligible.
VIN number does qualify. So that it's one of those things where, okay, we passed hurdle one. We got to do more research and everything else.
Yeah,
So
just try to decide if we want to do it or not. I would much rather keep the car we have than buy a used car. And we're not really financially in a position to throw money toward a brand new car at the moment. And we're running out of time because we cannot have a tip on a permanent residency.
nope.
So we got to make a decision here pretty soon and roll with it.
And make a run to the border.
Yep. Ola from Northeast Texas. Hey, it's great that you have made such a nice life there. Does your family love Mexico as much as you guys do?
They don't know it.
We can't get them to come down. In fact, I just hassled our youngest daughter recently and I said, there's a bedroom down here waiting for you.
Two of them.
Well, yeah.
Because they ain't married. So.
Well, they're common law at this
Well,
point.
I'm sorry.
They're common law at this point.
The boy ain't popped the question yet. So, his ass can go into get on the bunk bed in Tommy's room and she can go sleep in the king bed over here. So.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway,
my house, my rules. So, no.
We're trying to get him to come down. His mom doesn't like doing plane transfers. So she's probably never going to come down. But I did finally show her the video that we did of the house and the tour and the drone so she could see where we're living. So she has an idea.
I think the only way that would happen would be if somebody else in the family decided that they were going to come down and they would, basically shepherd her down because that's what it would take.
Oh, so she doesn't have to do the transfer.
So she didn't have to worry about the whole, because I can, she lives in Kansas City, so she had to fly out of MCI down to DFW. Then she have to get herself all the way to the tram, and get, because we never.
Well, and DFW does not have like people movers in their concourses. So that's a lot of walking.
It's a lot of walking.
She could always get those people to drive her around.
And God, don't even get me started on those idiots. I'd rather have the beeps that come at me than the shouting at me.
I know.
But so it's just she doesn't like having to do that, and she prefers it if she can do it with somebody. Then okay, because then all she has to do is follow. Tell me where to go. And turn the brain off. We're going where? Boom. Okay, so.
I don't feel like our two oldest daughters are in the financial position to take time off work nor afford the trip, frankly. And we could help pay for that trip. I don't think they can get the time off work to do it. The youngest daughter could, but she has limited vacation time. And the last couple of years, all of their friends have been getting married. They've been taking trips to other places.
At that lovely age where everybody is,
except her
is getting married.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of, so I nag her a little bit every now and then. When are you going to come visit us? You will really like it here. We'll make it fun. We're going to take you around and show you stuff. You would be amazed eventually.
But just last week, my mom actually made the comment. She goes, I am so happy that you guys are down there. And she was like, you guys are happy. You love it. And that's what matters.
Yeah.
And so she's like, no problem. And everybody, I think Lexi said it best. Our youngest, she was like, if anybody would move out of the country, it would be y'all.
He's got family members who have lived in various countries around the world, and now their children do too. So
I have a cousin in China.
it's not a foreign concept to them, you know. And
And
my
was there during COVID. Ugh.
yeah, and my family was always really small, always broke, and never traveled internationally anywhere. So it's um it's not shocking to me that they don't see a priority in coming to visit us, and we do go to the United States often enough that they do see us.
Well, and your sister does not want to get on a plane.
My sister's okay getting on a plane. It's Jeffy.
Oh, it's Jeffy. Okay,
It's
I knew one of them.
Her husband has never been on a plane, and and she's willing to come down. She's actually interested in coming down to see about healthcare, frankly, because she needs to have something done about pain in her back, and she would like to try a specialist maybe down here, but she wants her husband to come too, and he's deathly afraid of getting on a plane. So we're working on them.
And God knows if her and her sister are together, I need Jeffy here so that he can look at me and go, "You're not alone.
You're not alone.
You're not alone."
Yeah.
Because those two are like, they from a certain age in teenage years, they lived apart, and they come back together and they fall right back in step with each other.
Okay.
Never missing a beat, finishing each other's sentences, starting 2 words of a song lyric, and the other jumps in and they're singing it together. And Jeffy's looking at me going, "You're not alone."
What you need to understand, I know I've kind of said this before in another live. My sister and I were raised in a very abusive environment. Not sexually abusive, but mentally abusive. In some ways, probably more for me, physical abuse, and uh, just a lot of mental torture type stuff. And my dad was not a kind person. And my mother had spent many a day in an emergency room because of my dad. So we grew up with that.
Luckily, I never met the man.
And at the age of 17, my dad beat me up so bad that I was taken out of his custody and placed in protective foster care. Now, he did not and would not physically beat up my sister because she only had one functioning kidney and he didn't want to be the one to damage the other kidney. So, when I went into foster care, he took my sister and moved to Michigan. And my sister and I had not been with each other since I was 17 and she was almost 15. And we grew up apart from each other from that point on. Except for 1 or 2 visits, brief visits in between, we had not really spent a lot of time with each other for about 40 years. Seriously, it's hard to believe that. About 40?
Yeah.
40? Yeah, almost 40 years, about 36, 37 years. So when we got together last year, it really was a little bit weird. And what I realized is that her and I were so much like each other.
It wasn't a little bit weird. It was really weird.
It
was no. Here's the thing, folks. For 2 women to have come out of this type of environment, to be as stable and as healthy as they both ended up being, is amazing. And both of them went, "It stops here."
Yeah.
And it wasn't a case of this was a pact they made with each other. No, both of them independently went, "This stops here."
Yeah.
And then they get together and they start comparing notes about how they pass the time and how they do that. And Jeffy and I are just sitting there going,
that was the fun part.
What are we witnessing here? That
was the fun part, was watching their reactions.
I mean, it was just, and they were just like, boom, oh, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
you want me to show you? I still have all, and it's just like
Well, what we realized is that we both had this developed the same kind of
coping mechanism.
coping mechanisms. Yes. And it worked for us. Drawing, we both draw. I'm probably a little bit better in art in my way as far as realism,
You
but
worked at it more.
but not any less creative than her. And we both like a lot of the same music. We both remember
Right here, The Who. There was a song that their mother hated, and she spits out 2 words of the lyrics, and next thing we know, the two of them are singing the entire song together, and they both know the whole song. And
It was off of the It's Hard album. It was John Entwistle's One at a Time.
Of course, it's John Entwistle. I mean,
one at a time.
Yeah.
She's going crazy and the table starts shaking. Yeah.
Folks, it was strange.
It's just interesting that it turned out that way.
Yes.
And he's right. We both made a decision that we were going to break this pattern and we were not going to be that way with our children. A lot of people say that, but they fall into that pattern. It becomes something that they know.
Yes.
But we didn't want that. So
no, and I mean, she's taken it to an extreme. Thank God we have not, because we now live in Mexico. I mean, she has almost her entire family living with her. Which, hey, it works for them. That's all that matters. And she's in essence raising 4 grandchildren.
Helping.
And it's
helping.
It's just I'm sorry. One of the things that was really cool was we had Lexi with us all the way from late elementary school through junior high, through high school, went to college, and sent her off to college. And all of a sudden, a couple weeks after she's gone, Gina turned and looked at me and went, "This empty nesting is pretty cool." And so it's like, yep, again,
I like it.
Again, we're on the same page.
Look,
we done raised our kids.
I may have cried the day I stuck her on a school bus, but the day that she went off to college, I was okay. Oh my. Anyway, let's born and raised. Oh, hey, Jeff is from Northeast Texas. Oh, wow, cool. Thank you, Annie.
Thank you.
That wedding photo, I don't know if you were on earlier, but I'm just sharing. I was 275 pounds in that photo. Yep, I was. What address do you use for your taxes? Oh,
everything except the PMB and what follows after PMB.
Yeah, we have traveling mailbox, and traveling mailbox sets up a street address for you. I think they all include a suite number.
Yes.
But they also all include a personal mailbox number that is part of your address. We do not use the personal mailbox number for any of our financial accounts. Not for our taxes, not for our banks, and not for our credit cards.
Yep.
We just use the street and suite number.
And that's it.
Yep.
Stop at that point, and it comes below that, forget it.
The CMRA with traveling mailbox means commercial mail receiving agency. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Just stop after the suite. Stop right there, and you're good.
Yeah, I mean, like we include.
I mean, like Papa doesn't have a problem because Jeff is using his daughter's address, so that's not an issue for him. But if you're going to use, Dakota Post, traveling mailbox, someplace like that, stop after the suite.
Yeah, just with the banking stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody else is fine.
They don't care.
They don't care. Just the banking stuff. I just leave it off. And it always still gets to us. And I actually think that none of the mail ever actually goes to any of those cities. I think they all go to one central processing location in South Carolina
North Carolina.
or North Carolina.
It's right outside of Pinehurst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because there's a package.
Every time we get a shipment from them, it comes from the same address right outside of Pinehurst, North Carolina, and it's like,
And it's too fast. There's no
Yeah.
way they could possibly get it from South Dakota
we tell
to
them
North
ship it,
Carolina, and it's
and
like,
the next day it's shipped, and here we
Yeah.
got a tracking number.
and
It didn't get from South Dakota to North
No.
Carolina, and then
if you go on Google Maps and you look up our address, it just looks like an office building,
it looks like just the regular
Just
strip
a-
mall type of.
just a building. But if you look up the address for packages, if we get packages sent to us,
They go to North
they
Carolina.
have to go to North Carolina. And if you look that address up, that is a big metal pole building. Like I forget what they actually call those, but
Steel building.
still a steel building. I think all the mail is going there. I don't know how they do it, but the South Carolina, the South Dakota is also going there too. I'm sure of it. It still finds us, even without the PMB. So, and I have a third tomato coming out. Yay! Annie's growing some of those seeds that I brought with us to Mexico as well. And she already gave me a couple of the tomatoes. And oh, the glorious flavor. The glorious flavor of that tomato. It made my day. And it just made me even more earnest to get my little plants going so that we can have more of those wonderful Cherokee purple tomato BLT moments. Yummy, yummy. Mark, you still make it. What does that mean? I think we lost track of what we were at on this.
That's a zig and on a zag.
Oh, I thought you and Tommy all knew each other from the US. Nope.
No.
Everybody on here is pretty much someone we have met, with the exception of Genesis Lisa. Lisa Genesis. I've known her for many years from the Genesis fan club. And we actually have met in person many times, going to gatherings for concerts and fan meetups. Everybody else that's on here is someone we have met either virtually or in person through our channel.
And you guys have just so enriched our lives. I know that when we were in Ahihi, we heard from a couple people, oh, thank you so much for what you do. No, thank you guys, because you guys give it back to us more. And that's just, big time. It's just like, wow. That's you guys have A, given us the love, and B, given us the energy to keep doing what we've been doing. And to be fair, there's been times where you always get a little insecurity of, did we really do the right thing? Not often, but everyone, you're not human if you don't second guess yourself every once in a while. But you guys have just given us the, keep pushing on, in the words of REO Speedwagon. Oh, thanks, dear. Right on my damn cigar.
Oh, does Skin So Soft not taste good on a cigar?
No.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Someone should definitely escort your mom to visit you.
I agree.
I think she would love it here.
I think.
And we would love to see her.
Yeah.
We love her so much. His mom's awesome.
The thing is my sister and brother-in-law just moved, with my mom's blessing, from the Kansas City area to Indianapolis, where their grandchildren are. And I know my sister was wrestling with the idea, oh God, am I abandoning mom? Because she's only 30 minutes away. If my mom needed something, she'd go down and help her and do this and that. And my mom was like, look, that's where you need to be.
With your grandchildren.
And she went, just like Mark and Gina need to be in Mexico, because that's what makes them happy. Being in Indianapolis with your grandchildren is going to make you happy. And my mom has more friends. They were like, why don't you move to Indianapolis? She's lived in Kansas City for 40 some years. She has more friends that will just do, if she needs something, she's taken care of. And every 3 months, either, we go visit her or my sister goes and visits her. That's the rotation we sort of set up. Well, being the oldest, I sort of claim dibs on, all right, I get to go during NCAA basketball week, and I get to go, which that makes my mom really happy to have somebody to sit and watch basketball with her for 12 hours. Trust me. That just makes, we had to go buy a new TV.
Oh God, guys.
She bought a 75-inch TV just so she could, and she's just like, oh, this, she had a 60, she has 60-inch. She's like, well, I think I'm going to go 65. I'm like, Mom, if you're going to go, at least go 75.
Well, it wasn't so much that. It was the 75-inch TV was like $800.
Yeah.
And she bought it. And then she's like, I can't watch one area. I have to watch.
I have to look around on the
around
TV.
the whole screen. It's like what? It's like being at the movie theater. That screen is so huge.
But it makes her happy. So, and then the other time we go is, oh, that's right, we go in October when she spends her month at the beach. Yeah.
The beach is good.
Beach is good. You guys, we have a video out there of why we love going to Topsail Island. And it is still in our top 12 performing videos of all time because it's a great place to go. And we would go every year with her. She used to go twice a year before she got too old. And she would go in May, and then she'd go again in October. So the May, we would always drive out and spend a week with her in May. And that just sort of became tradition. And then, we'd also go in October as well. And so now it's like, okay, we'll come up, and it gives us an opportunity to see two of our three daughters, because two of them are right in the Raleigh, Greensboro area. So for them to drive down is really very convenient.
Yep.
And, mom gets to see them as well, which to her, she's like, hey, that's a plus. So, it's win-win.
It is. Believe it or not, it is going to be beneath freezing tonight in Pennsylvania. Wow. No, I believe it. I believe it. I think I got something came up on my Alexa app that said there was a freeze warning. But I don't know where my Alexa app is telling me the freeze warning is anymore. I don't know.
It ain't here.
It's not here.
Ain't no freeze warning here.
Yes. Hola from Raleigh. Hola.
Yeah, damn Skippy.
Can you explain how the VPN works so that you can watch American TV without having to watch it on your computer? Yeah.
There is a thing that is called VC Box.
I'm going to look and see if I have a caption. I probably don't. Go ahead and talk about it. Yeah.
VC Box it's VSEE Box, available on Amazon. And it works both in Mexico and it works in the US as well.
I don't.
Goodbye cable bill.
Yeah.
Goodbye cable bill. You get 45,000 plus movies. You get every TV show, the series. If you want to go back and watch anything, they're available. And the live TV for sports, I know I've got a lot of converts that have taken me up on this. Mark from Two Travelers. He loves his baseball and loves his football. Guess what? VC TV, boom, right there.
You can also get shows that stream on just about all of the streaming services, which to date I can say is Disney, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock.
I don't know. There's damn many of them.
Not Curiosity Stream, but and all the HBOs,
all the HBOs, all the Showtimes, all the Cinemax.
I don't even know if there is a Showtime in Cinemax anymore.
Yeah, they are. I've seen them on there.
All right. But they're all on there.
They're all on there, and you get them. And what it is basically it just runs straight off of you plug in your Wi-Fi, and if you got good Wi-Fi, you're golden.
Oh, and if you're into watching shows that you haven't seen since you were a kid, oh my God. Every episode of the original Lost in Space, every episode of Space 1999.
You know, if you want to watch Gilligan's Island, they're all there. If you want to watch, I Love Lucy, they're all there. The Dick Van Dyke Show. We could go on and on and on. You know, if you suddenly go, you know what, which we have done upon occasion. Oh, you know what? Hey, Blondie, if you want to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly, which, is one of those where we go, oh, man, that is such a damn good movie.
You know what you are, Blondie?
You're up. But, they're all there. I mean, I'm a huge Bogey fan, and every Bogart movie, all the film noirs, boom. They're right there. So if I get a hankering to go, you know what, I feel like watching All Through the Night. Here I go. So it's hard to beat. It runs about. I think Jeff just bought himself one. Papa moved to Mexico. It's going to take me a while to get used to that new one. I think he just bought his for a little over $400. We have. If you're watching, Rick, thank you very much for turning us on to this, because we had a subscriber who actually he said, I want to thank you guys for helping me move to Mexico. And he sent us a box.
Yeah, he did.
And we got the first box and we were just like, oh my God. And I say first box because we now have two of them, because come Canes games or especially Sundays for watching the NFL.
Yeah.
We bought a TV. We put it on a rolling TV stand. I bring it out here onto the patio. I get over there and I'm set for the day. And it's like boom. So the only thing we got to do to finish it off is we're going to get a sound bar, because trying to hook it up through Bluetooth, the mouths are going this way and the sound's coming out this way. So that just drives me.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of a delay.
Little bit of a delay, and it's like, no, we need a sound bar. But other than that, but that's VC Box. It's on Amazon.
VSEE.
Yep.
Letter V, SEE. VC Box.
Works like a champ. Now,
go Canes.
Yeah.
Woo!
Now, don't ask me what it is about the Canes, but VC Box has a bias against the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, he finds the games.
I find the games, but I don't always get to listen to Mike and Tripp call the games. Sometimes I have to listen to, the opposing team's broadcast.
Which, by the way, I thought Tripp was bad, but boy,
she's now found out that there are some who are even worse.
Tripp is not as bad. Tripp is not as bad as I thought he was.
Yes.
Oh goodness. It breaks my heart about your youth. You were and are the victor and are amazing. Thank you, Tom.
She is definitely that.
It's one of those things where, I remember when I was going through the intake for foster care, and of course they have to do all kinds of psychological evaluations and yada yada yada. And I remember them at the time telling me that I had adapted really, really well. But all right. I used to tell Mark that his family was weird because I'm used to dysfunction. I grew up with dysfunction. Everything about my dad's family was dysfunction. And this is what I'm used to, and this is what I used to see on a day in and day out. There was a lot of fighting, a lot of screaming, a lot of battery, and there was alcohol and drug abuse and things like that.
All right,
that
hold
was
on.
that was normal life for me. Then I met him and his family.
We can abuse the alcohol a little bit when we
Okay,
get
but
when we
not
get together. I mean,
not in a mean way.
no. Oh
Okay,
God, no.
no. And so then I meet his family, and I'm like, your family's weird.
Well, Alexi says the same thing. I mean,
His the men in his family openly embrace, hug each other, tell each other they love each other. Everybody is just, they're tight. And I looked at him one day and I said, what the hell? You guys are like the Leave It to Beaver Cleavers or something, because I've never seen anybody so functional. Um,
it's
and
what we are.
it's what they are, and that's way it should be. I just didn't know any different because that's not what I grew up with. But we came out on the good end of that.
And it's fun to be in that family, isn't it?
It is.
I know.
We came out well.
Yes,
so,
this is the strongest woman I have ever met in my life.
Thank you, Suzanne.
This one makes her mind up. Get out of the way. It's
no. I don't waste my time wasting. I do not waste my time wasting my time or anyone else's time.
No.
If I'm going to do something, it will be done. The only time that I am a time waster, and this is due to being a perfectionist.
You wasted a lot of time waiting for me to be ready for us to commit, or not for us to commit. That was the wrong word.
Well,
for me to commit to our relationship.
But that wasn't wasted time.
Well, it could have been. You didn't know. And well,
I knew.
You knew.
No,
okay.
I knew. Let's just stop right there. I knew.
All right.
Again,
see, I'm wrong. So
I was just waiting for you to know. No, where I waste time is I will procrastinate because I'm a perfectionist, and if things are not exactly the way I want them to be, I set it aside, and I may not get back to it. So I do have that fault.
No. How many times did you draw Tony Banks? When she has,
I was on a deadline.
She has this 3 foot by 6 foot drawings of the members of Genesis, and she's blowing through all of them. And she must have drawn Tony Banks 6 times. Once he looked like Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, he did.
And she's just like,
no, he looks like Thomas Jefferson. This is not right.
And she's like, and she erases the whole thing.
Yes, I did.
And it was like, okay, here we go again. And I'm sitting over there just going, okay. I thought it was, not the Thomas Jefferson one was pretty off. But a couple of the earlier incantations of it, I was like, it was pretty close.
Close is not good enough.
And she was just like, it's not him. It's not him. And so, erase the whole thing, and
yeah, well,
here we go again. So
that's the perfectionist in me. So happy you are here. Thank you. You are a survivor. You know what? You only have.
She's a victor. There's a difference. Survivors come out with a lot more scars. Victors come out going, damn it, this is the way it's going to be. And that's her. She was like, I'm not just going to be on the sidelines and go, oh, woe is me. Ain't her. No. She's like, I'm making this out of my life. And it, all right, I'm going to toot my own horn for a moment here. It took me pushing her on a lot of things because I remember when we first met, you were like, oh, well, I don't know. And art wise. And I'd be like, do it. And she was like, you think so? And yes, do it. And then she got mad at me one time because she missed a deadline.
It wasn't your fault.
I know it wasn't my fault. And I called them.
Yeah, I didn't want him. It's kind of like when you're getting beat up and picked on in school, and then your mom comes in and tries to take care of it. It was like that. I missed a deadline on a submission for a very important art competition. It meant the world to me. And I had issues getting it submitted correctly. And because I missed the deadline, they would not take it late. He intervenes and tries to get them to take it.
It was on technicalities. It wasn't because of she was late or anything else. It was totally on technicalities. And I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I have no problem dealing with people who want to go, well, the rules. Yeah, well, you know what? Because of your rules, this was what caused it to be submitted late. And so I was just trying to, and then she was like, I can't believe you did that. You stuck.
Well, yeah, I just didn't want
I
to
know
have
you
the-
didn't want me going to bat.
I didn't want to have the reputation of being a difficult person who has somebody fight my battles for me. That's all. So,
See, again, I was wrong.
it's wrong. Could you give your thoughts on how much monthly income a person would need to live in Mexico? Not large, but like middle class on your financial videos. Well, I consider us.
Well, right now we ain't exactly live in the middle class.
No, I consider us in middle class, but then when we got this place where we're at, we're definitely up in the echelon. We're living in a community with retired military and doctors and people who like to play polo and things like that. So our friends like to say we're living among the crema innata, which is the cream of the crop of Mexico. And but we're around $3,000 a month in that living environment.
Could it be done on less?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yes.
we seriously could cut our housing costs by half and probably be very comfortable if we found the right location.
We could be very comfortable with about $2,000, possibly $2,500 a month, and we would still be living very well. But that's kind of where we are right now.
But
you could definitely.
We sort of found this place, and
it's more than I wanted to spend, but it is a very nice place.
It was one of those where I didn't even want to show it to her because I knew it was outside of her budgetary requirements.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep our expenses at less than $3,000 a month. We are right at that, maybe a little wee bit over that right now. But what we have for that is we are living in a gated fraccionamiento. So basically, we're living inside a country club.
Not basically.
We are inside a country club. And we have 8 houses that share one pool just in our little pod. And most of the houses are not even occupied. So the pool is pretty much open and available anytime we want to use it. And there's a gardener. And
gardener/handyman, because if something goes wrong, Francisco, and he's just like,
he's awesome.
He's on it.
And he's included. There's 5,000 pesos a month in an HOA that pays for Francisco. We don't get a water bill. I think our landlord just includes it in the rent.
It's split amongst the 8 owners of the casas here in this particular pod, and with only realistically 3 of them, I think, that are occupied right now full time. The water's not that much.
No.
I mean, I think the biggest expense on water is probably Francisco running around watering the grass and watering the plants. I mean,
it is in the summer, especially.
Yeah, I mean, because he's constantly watering everything and mowing, and then
we do have solar panels on the roof of one room, and it pretty much covers us during daylight hours. The electricity for a total of 4 months, our electricity in the winter time came out to
140 pesos.
Could you move that, please? Thank you. It came out to
40 pesos, 69.
Yeah, I guess so. 140 pesos. That was for 4 months. So, I mean, that's like nothing. Now, in the summertime, we tend to run the air conditioner in the evening when we're sleeping in our bedroom. And there's no solar hitting it at that time. So, in the summer months when it's hot, our electricity is running approximately 2,000 pesos every 2 months.
So $50 a month. I mean,
Yeah.
Again, and when we were comparing, what we were saving on, I said, insurance, but the utilities are also much less.
Yeah.
Much less. The only thing that we buy utility wise that is much more is gasoline.
Liquid propane.
Well, no, I'm talking about gasoline for the car.
Gasoline for the car.
But we don't drive as much. Nowhere near. I mean,
no.
It's amazing how you get used to when we were in the States, it was every day, two of us in two vehicles on the go, run here, run there.
Yep.
And we may get in the car
once or twice a week.
Once, maybe twice a week. And those trips are zip, boom, and back. So,
yep.
When we were doing the traveling around, it got a little expensive because, gas is running here about $6 a gallon.
Yeah.
Give or take. So when we'd fill up, 16-gallon tank, basically we'd never get below half a tank. But it's $80.
So something else to pinpoint is location's going to matter. Querétaro is one of the more expensive cities right now because it's growing exponentially. But you also will find that Riviera Maya is expensive. And
the whole Yucatan Peninsula.
It is. The Yucatan Peninsula was the highest area that we have lived in.
And it's got the highest percentage of inflation.
Yeah. But I think Querétaro is starting to catch up with that. It is one of the fastest growing cities now.
It's the IT hub.
Yeah. And so it does cost more to live here.
And it's growing like a weed, out of control. And I give them credit here in Querétaro. They are doing a wonderful job of trying to keep the infrastructure as far as the highways and everything up. They're constantly building. But and one of the things is it's amazing. They can build a road here in Mexico in a year, maybe 18 months, where we lived in, Asheville for 6 years, and they were building I-26. They were expanding it when we moved there, and they are still working on I-26.
Oh, well.
That's 8 years. Oh, God, no. 10 years later.
We're not even there. How do you know?
Because I pay attention. I check the websites.
Okay. Well, anyway, back to the question. We are living in one of the more expensive locations, and we are living in definitely a more expensive neighborhood. And we are trying to keep it around $3,000 a month. Can you live on $2,000? Yes.
Yes.
Very comfortably.
Yes.
Can you live on $1,500? You probably could.
But you're going to have to give some things up.
You're going to have to give some things up. Could you live on even less than that? Well, there are people who are doing it, but they're also living in maybe a 2-room or 3-room small compacted home, and they don't have air conditioning and things like that when it gets hot. It really just depends on where you live, what you need, and what you're comfortable with.
What your needs are. Crap, I'm spending 6,000 pesos a month. on cigars.
I know, and they're really like in my face right
I'm
now.
sorry, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what happened, but they just like
the
blew up.
wind has shifted or something.
Okay. I hope that's helpful. I know it's still really ambiguous, but I think that it just depends. It depends so much on what you want, what you're comfortable with, and where you live matters a lot. So right
Yeah.
now we're living high on the hog. To be fair,
Yeah, they are.
Mark, I believe Black Flag and Raid are now making flavored cigars. Yum. There you go. I think that Skin So Soft is better flavored. That's what it is. You're getting even with me for Skin So Soft.
I didn't do a thing. All I did was sit here and continue to smoke my cigar.
Has it been a problem to get your American car serviced? Nope. Not sure if you have to take it to Kia, or is it easy to have anyone do general maintenance?
No, I mean, there are the Jiffy Lubes, Valvoline places that we've hit to have oil changes done. There are
we've bought new tires.
No, we didn't.
We didn't buy new ones? I thought we had.
bought them before we came down here.
Watuco?
No.
Oh, I thought we got new tires in Watuco.
No, we hadn't filled the tires up with air.
Oh, I thought we got new ones.
In Cheque. But yeah, that was there's Kia dealerships down here. But small local guys will do you an oil change, and I remember the first one we did was
Jose
Luis's cousin, which what a shock, because I think he's related to half of the people who live in Veracruz. And so I went to AutoZone and bought the oil, bought the filter and everything else. And, he charged me 200 pesos.
It was stupid ridiculous.
To do the whole oil change.
That was in Veracruz too.
So.
Yeah. Airlines don't advertise that any senior can be escorted. Yeah.
No, my mom is not above. She
says she likes to pull out her old lady card once in a while.
Yeah, she walks miles every day.
Yeah.
She is of the mindset that motion is lotion, but she is not above getting the wheelchair treatment when she gets to an airport just to have somebody else. You know what gate I got to get me there.
Yup. Are y'all going to be at Top Sale this May?
No.
No, it's probably going to end up being the October.
No, we will be there in October. Yeah.
But regularly. It'll be
October.
It'll be October.
We went last October. We're going this October. And my daughter, the middle daughter, found out, she quickly remembered the lesson of, oh shit, let's not try and outdrink dad. That's a bad problem. She woke up the morning going, oh God, too much wine.
Yeah. And that's exactly right. They have priority boarding.
Yep.
They're usually last off.
Yep.
That's because of wheelchairs.
Yep.
Yep.
As long as you give yourself plenty of time in between, you're golden.
And how much is the VC box? Where do you get it? That would be Amazon, and it's usually around $400. You pay it one time.
Once and you're done. There's no monthly
subscriptions.
Nope, no subscriptions.
It pays for itself in less than 6 months.
My mom has now had hers because I had mine. We get Rick sent ours. We had it for a month. And I called my mom and I said, look, I'm going to tell you what we got. And it gets all the NCAA basketball. That was all she needed to hear.
That's all she needed.
All she needed to hear. And she's like, you mean I don't have to pay cable? I went, nope. And she went, boom. And so almost 2 years later, she's going.
It paid for itself.
I haven't had to pay a cable bill.
Yeah. Yeah, she saved money in the long term. I think also they have their own website. They may or may not sell it on their website, but I think just about everybody we know has gotten it through Amazon.
Yeah, we got both of them. I mean, Rick
Yep.
bought the one for us through Amazon Mexico, and then we bought our second one
Yep.
through Amazon Mexico because we got one for
No, we got it through Amazon US at your mom's, shipped to your mom's.
Oh, that's right. You brought it down.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Trisha, I so understand you. I'm anal retentive, OCD, procrastinating perfectionist. It's a miracle I ever get anything done. It's true though. Like you got a vision. You know what you want. And when it's not getting there, you will work and work and work. And then eventually you're like, this is not what I want. I'm moving on to something else.
Okay. For all of you who ever on here have asked the question of Mark's retired, why didn't he do the video editing? It's because I could do the video editing, but if I showed it to her, she would go, "Oh no, 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 no," and then
this will not do.
So it get totally deconstructed because she has a vision for it all, and it'd be like, okay, so
I have a vision.
You know, and the amazing thing is we go back and every once in a while we'll look at what we did at the beginning.
They're so bad.
And we apologize to all y'all because
they're so bad.
We were bad. I mean, it's
so
one of those.
Bad.
It's one of those. We're going. We had to find our footing, both on the camera, how to edit, how to do this, how to be comfortable, and you guys have stuck with us, and we appreciate the hell out of that because, it wasn't pretty at the beginning. It was heartfelt. The content was good as far as what we were saying. It just wasn't the best presentation.
Tommy, you want to be Brad Pitt in face or body?
She could do it.
I could do it. That's so funny. Oh, I love that funhouse mirror in my bathroom. Oh, you're so funny. Oh gosh. Question: if you had $4,000 per month.
Oh, good God.
Oh God, yeah, you'll be good. My goodness,
you could be good. You could be our neighbor.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you could.
Seriously.
Yeah, you could.
I mean,
and you know what? And you probably would be spending less money than we actually.
Oh, and we're back.
And we're back. You probably would be spending less than what we actually are spending.
Oh, good Lord.
Simply because we need to have backup internet, so I'm paying for 2 internets. I pay memberships and stuff that we need for some of the YouTube channel stuff, which I never really include in the budget anyway because it's.
But it's monies that we're spending.
Yeah. I mean, we're living fine. We're living more than fine, but we spend a lot more than $4,000 a month.
No, she misspoke.
What?
We are living the best we have ever lived.
That's true. It is true.
Period.
Period. And we're doing it on less than $4,000 a month.
Totally.
Yeah.
As far as quality of the environment we're living in, quality of life, everything.
Yeah.
Is as good as it's ever been.
Yeah.
In our lifetime.
You think about all the utilities. We even pay for a housekeeper to come in once a week. And our friends Annie and Arlene, they reminded us that they don't have someone who comes in and cleans for them, so they have to spend time cleaning. Of course, we would too if we didn't have someone. But it's like, oh yeah, we do have somebody who's coming in once a week and doing that for us.
And we totally
that's one thing we don't have to think about.
And we don't. I mean, honestly.
And we don't.
Other than the fact that I know I got to have the laundry done on Tuesday because otherwise she will wash our clothes.
Yeah.
And I got to have the dishes in the kitchen cleaned up first thing Wednesday morning.
Or she'll wash our
dishes. So, I mean, other than that.
But when was the last time you cleaned a toilet?
I can't remember.
No. I mean, when was the last time I mopped a floor? gosh, I don't know. I guess in the last place we stayed in was the last time I actually mopped.
Yeah,
the
because
floor.
they only came once a month. So
Yeah. So, we're living a really good life. And we're living a life that we could never afford in the US.
Oh.
I would bet money that the way we live, where we live, and the services that we have would run us over $8,000.
Easily.
$8,000 a
Easily.
month in the US.
No, $4,000.
Yeah, you'll be good here for sure.
Better than good.
Yeah. We're late joining in. Hello.
Hey, Sandra Blanco.
Sandra, thank you very much.
Gracias.
4,000. That would be great. Wow, like living like a king.
Absolutely.
Yes,
literally.
It would. You would be so incredibly comfortable on that, for real.
You won't be doing the
no.
Oh, can I afford this on Amazon this month?
What is a fraccionamiento? Do you have common walls? How does it differ from a single family house? A fraccionamiento is basically like a housing development. Usually they're gated, not always, and there's usually an HOA fee, kind of like that, without all the extra HOA rules that seem to plague the ones in the US. But it's usually a gated community, and there are services provided in the community like lawn care and maintaining lights and stuff like that.
Pool,
yes.
Any common areas.
Yes. And do we have common walls? There are single family homes here that do not have common walls.
Mm-hmm.
In this pod of 8 houses.
We share one wall.
Well, no. In this pod of 8 houses, the 2 at the far end do not share a common wall.
We share one.
We share a common wall. And the next 4 houses, they each share a common wall.
One.
Yeah. Just one. And it's the TV room wall. And that's it.
Well, and TV room, bathroom. That's
just that back area.
That back area across there. And, I can say that maybe 5 times in almost a year we've lived here, I have heard something coming from the opposite house.
Maybe,
so
yeah, like not so much. And the area that we're in right now, this pod that we're in is mostly considered vacation homes. It's how they were built. It's what they were designed for people to come in and stay and then go play golf or whatever.
Or polo.
Or polo. There are some really, really nice single family homes as you walk around in this general area.
Holy shit, are they nice?
Yeah, like I call one of them, the White Castle. But then it's really weird. We went walking one evening, and for every super, super duper extra nice house, every 3 or 4 of those, there's just an ordinary looking house. So not everybody who lives here has gone above and beyond in this palatial home.
No, but some of them are also doing it based on investment or the size that they need, because right now in here, the going rate for a lot is $180,000 to $200,000 US
for the lot.
For the lot,
yeah, for the lot.
So,
this place that we rent, I've seen one down on that end, one of the ones that does not have a connecting wall. It was going for about $450,000 US.
Yikes.
That's a lot. Yeah. But then they're also these are considered vacation rental homes. So they're looking at it as an investment property opportunity.
Well, the guy who owns this, he got transferred to Mexico City. He had a house here in Balvanera. This particular property he bought was for his in-laws and for his parents. So when they came to see the kids, they didn't have to stay in the house. They had their own room, their own space and everything else. They could come here, go to his house and everything else. So he has 2 properties here. And, so this was his lesser of the 2. And okay,
Yep. He rents them both, but recently he had people with very large dogs.
Yeah, 401.91. And tell you what,
There you go.
that's 3 months worth of cable payments, and you're done.
Yep.
And oh my God, it's
Yep.
and if you're a sports fan, you get everything. Like for NFL, you get you know Red Zone. It's the only way I watch the NFL anymore.
I'm a
It's
little bit disappointed that they don't offer more British TV. I was really hoping for some Acorn or just some, Brit comms, stuff like that. They don't really carry British programming. I was hoping maybe for some BBC broadcasts, things like that. They don't.
the only thing they carry BBC wise. They carry the regular BBC, which is the news, and they carry the Sky, which is the sports.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah, so this Anglophile was unable to, tune into any kind of like British events that were being broadcast and stuff like that. I had to go do a VPN on a laptop for stuff like that. So, yeah. Hey, Cocaine's had a great match yesterday. That was a nerve-wracking match.
All right, great game. This isn't soccer. Soccer's a match. Hockey's a game. So, yes, but no, it was
It was a nail biter.
and Metro Division champs. Now we just got to win 3 more games out of the last 4, and we are Eastern Conference champions.
After going with you both to visit Mary and Scott.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Mary and Scott.
It's Mary and Scott, but that's good. In Chapala, I can't think of a more ideal place. If you need your gringo fix, you can go to Ajijic. If you need big city, Guadalajara. Yeah.
Oh,
Chapala is lovely.
Chapala has so much going for it. And those two, A, we love them, and B, oh my God, they got a house that is to die for.
They have a lovely home. And yeah, we like Chapala a lot, and you're right. It's the proximity to Guadalajara is awesome. You can go to the big city for stuff if you want to. And if you need that gringo fix, Ajijic is 10, 15 minutes down the road. Hey, Sloppy Joe.
Hey!
In Wyoming. Just like a real Mexico, I'm up here in Gringolandia freezing my butt off. No.
I just got done. I'm going to throw this out there for something for you to read while you're stuck up there in Gillette. I just got done reading Craig Johnson. He is the author that writes the Walt Longmire series, which takes place in Wyoming. And it's a great series of books. Highly recommend it. Give you a little bit of a feel for what happens in Wyoming. And yeah, he was just the last book was in May, and they were dealing with a record snowstorm. So
that
and if you like mysteries and everything else, kudos. Good series of books to read.
There you go. So if we order, can we use it in Florida and then take it to Mexico?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Kill that cable bill. Boom. Done.
And all the streaming services.
Yep.
You don't need to pay for them.
Suddenly there's $300 a month that you just shot dead.
Yeah. And so she's been using hers in Kansas City for a couple of years. And we've got 2 of them that we run here in Mexico, and they work great. Occasionally, depending on how good your internet is.
I mean, if the internet starts to go
a little,
you get a little buffering, but
yeah, it needs to run on your internet. So if your internet is out, it's not going to run.
No. But as a whole, I would say, you know what? We are a hell of a lot better off watching that service than we were watching cable monetarily.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
okay, cell phones. We keep a US AT&T account simply for my work purposes. I need to maintain a US number for my job. And sometimes when I'm logging in for work and stuff, I have to do 2-factor authentication. I don't want to risk that. so we keep the AT&T. And
And I have a mother that's about to turn 86. Switching phone numbers and everything
Yeah.
else. Just, I mean, for the family and everything else, she has two. She has Telcel, and then she also
I was about to get to that.
and she also has AT&T. AT&T here in Querétaro ain't the world's greatest.
It's not bad. It depends on where you are. It really just depends on where you are. He had problems the other day because he had international roaming turned off and he doesn't have Telcel.
New phone.
So, but we got to turn back on and everything was fine. I also have Telcel SIM card. And as a temporary resident, Telcel will only let you pay for 30 days at a time, specifically 30 days at a time. And I had to keep topping up every month.
Not monthly.
No,
Every 30 days.
30 days
Because
at a time.
31, you're paying twice in the month.
Right. So I had to do a month to every 30 days. I had to go top up on their Telcel app, Me Telcel, and I could use my US charge card to do that. Well, then one day they wouldn't take my US card anymore. I could use Claro Pay, which is a third party app that Telcel works with, and they would take my card and pay my Telcel bill, and that worked. Well, I got a Mexican credit card through New Bank, and all of a sudden I was now able to pay for 12, 30-day prepay. So I was able to pay for a year, which was awesome. Now my cell phone only has one SIM card slot. So I had to get the AT&T moved to the eSIM. If you are in Mexico, that is damn near impossible to do. You need to go in person to a US AT&T store to get it done.
Okay. Terry, if you're going to come down to Mexico and Haro next year, here's what we highly recommend doing. While you're down in SLP for Mexico and Haro, go to AT&T, whatever store that your provider is, and then also go to Telcel and get an account with them on the 30-day plan. Then when you go back to the States, have them do the eSIM card, because trying to do it here in Mexico is impossible. Walking into a store, they can set that up in the US.
Yes.
So that you have the SIM card, physical SIM card for Telcel in that, and then the eSIM for the other service. So it really is best being done in the US.
If you're going to move to an eSIM
and want to keep your phone,
and it depends on what company you have. AT&T is notoriously difficult to deal with to get this done, which is why you have to go to the store in person with your phone and get the eSIM done
in the US.
In the US,
because the AT&T stores down here, they looked at us and went,
"No, they can't do it. They can't do it." And I even trying to get our daughter to physically go into an AT&T store in the US on my behalf and request this in person became a real hassle that ended up taking 2.5 hours, multiple phone calls, 2-factor authentication codes sent multiple times just to get my damn number put on an electronic eSIM in my phone.
So if you want to keep your US, which is doable with no problems, but if you want to keep it, do the Telcel when you're here from Mexico and Haro, then have it installed when you get back to the US.
I actually asked the guy on the phone with AT&T why they made this so incredibly difficult. And he told me it's so that people don't go and steal other people's phone numbers. But I have heard that it's a whole lot easier with some of the other companies like T-Mobile and etc. But anyway, if your phone has 2 SIM card slots, no worries. You can use both SIM card slots and have a U.S. number and a Mexican number running at the same time in your phone, if that's what you want to do.
Or you do like Annie and Arlene, you run around with two phones.
I don't want to run around
No,
with two phones.
I get that, and so
it's a pain in the butt. I used to do that in a previous job where I had the work phone and my phone, and no. Yeah. Okay. Thinking about driving from Laredo to San Miguel de Allende, can you tell me where you would stop over on 57?
All right, it all really depends upon what's occurring on 57. And the whole stretch of there is that stretch from Monterrey to SLP. There have been times that stretch of highway has not been safe. When we came down, we chose to drive because there were some recent activities on 57D going from Monterrey to SLP, because you got to go to SLP to get to SMA. That just raised the spidey sense, and I was like, no, we're not doing that. So we took the long way around, and we drove all the way to Aguas Calientes, and then from Aguas Calientes over. If you were going to do it, you have two choices, because you are not going to want to drive at night. Period. Done. Not happening. You can choose to drive to Monterrey and spend the night, and then the next morning get up early and drive from Monterrey to San Miguel de Allende.
We know a nice Japanese motel.
Yeah, we do. Or you can drive all the way. It depends on how long it takes you at the border. That's the whole key. If the border takes you, several hours to get across, which you never know what it's going to take, then you just go to Monterrey, spend the night. If need be, you drive just to San Luis Potosi, spend the night, and then make the last 2-hour drive from SLP down to SMA. I'm a firm believer that every time, we've driven now, oh my God, so much in Mexico. And every time I plan a trip, the goal is I limit it to no more than 8 hours, preferably 7 hours. I want to be there no later than 3 o'clock in the afternoon to where we're going to spend the night. Because I never know what's going to jump up and go, oh, this just killed 2 hours. So I always plan 7 hours, 7, maybe 8. There's a few times we push it to 8, depending upon, all right, hold on. There's nothing between here and there. We got to go 8 hours. But if I was doing that particular drive, if I blew through early in the morning, blew through customs at the border, ka-ching, 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 boom, go. If I could make it to SLP before 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that's what I'd do. If I couldn't make it until 5 or 6, I'd be stopping in Monterrey. Spend the night in Monterrey. When we travel, we stay in the Alto Moteles. I know. Everybody goes, oh, that's really sort of a, oh, you're going to go to the sex motels. Yeah, you know what? I am going to go to the sex motels because you know what? They've got garage doors. So we can pull our car in, not have to unpack the car, pull in, and we have been in, I don't know, God knows how many, 10?
They've all been nice.
We've not had a bad stay in any one of them. I always go on. There is a site, Automoteles de Mexico. I think Gina's got a site on that.
Boom.
There it is. I use that site. I pull up the particular cities that we may stay in. I go through them. I pick all the ones that are the most highly rated and go, okay, that's where we're going to stay. If it
Oops.
happens to be,
Sorry, let me go back to that.
you know, you know, if it happens to be, look for the highest ones on the route that we are taking, and we stayed there. And we've gotten room service, and we haven't had a bad meal yet. If you happen to go to Monterey, Kyoto, other than the steam room is making
that was just our one room.
Well, I was going to say, we happen to be up against one of the steam rooms, and so when they turn the steam on, it whales mating.
It sounded like whale calls.
So, but no, it's a great way of traveling, and the advantage of getting there earlier, getting there during the day, is that the demand for the rooms goes up after the sun goes down.
Yeah.
And we literally in Kyoto, our first night here in Mexico, after we moved to Mexico, 2:30 in the morning, there was a line back to
the
entrance of cars waiting for rooms. So getting there early, and I was like, we don't care. We'll pay for the whole night. Boom, done. And beware, there are some places that are going to say, no, we only sell by the session. And I was like, okay, I'll buy 4 sessions. I'll buy 4 sessions of 4 hours. No problem. Yep, problem. Nope, we only sell you 1.
It happens.
It happens.
So anyway, I'm sorry, Terry, you're probably gone by now. But we're going to be live again in 2 more weeks for sure. And don't worry, Bruno, about being so blunt. It's fine. Realistic numbers, and we're pretty open with this. So, how much is the rent of our monthly budget? Our rent is 45,000 pesos a month. 5,000 of that. 5,000 of that is the HOA fee that pays for Francisco and the groundskeeping and the pool cleaning and all that stuff. Now, with the the exchange rate fluctuating as it has been, that rent comes out anywhere between 22 and 2,600 US dollars a month. So the percentage can vary. It could be 75% of our budget, could be 80%, could be 65%. It just really depends. But the bulk of it is the rent. And then on top of that, we pay just a little bit for the cleaning, for the electricity, the internet, liquid propane when we need it, groceries. That's about it. Occasionally gas in the car.
But based on his question, I think that
it's more than half.
It's more than half. It's probably
more than half. It's probably like
3/4 to
about
2/3 to 3/4.
It's about 3/4 roughly. Just depends on the exchange rate at the time.
Yep.
Which is why I really didn't want to spend that much, because I know when I always tell people, be sure to plan for at least 10% more than you think you're going to need because of that fluctuating exchange rate. It makes a huge difference. Like I said, there could be a $300 change in the monthly rent based on what the exchange rate is.
Yeah, if it goes up a peso or down a peso, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And does your mom use a VPN with a VC box? No, you don't have to. You don't have to use a VPN at all. You can if you want to, but I don't think we have had the need to.
No, never.
There is a way that you can choose the VPN that you use, log into that account, and it'll run in the background. But we have not had the need to. and she doesn't have a VPN at all.
Thank
So
God.
yeah, so no, you don't
I can
have
only
to have it.
imagine the phone calls I'll be getting in.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I mean, she's 85, and if it something hiccups, I get a phone call going, I need your help, and okay,
Yes, yes. It was Scott and Mary. I will never tell Scott about Doug.
I wouldn't tell Scott about Doug. I mean,
Yeah. I think Scott would figure it out. We have not been to Cuernavaca yet. We have a friend, a former Airbnb hostess who was from there. But she didn't live there. She was from
no,
there.
there's a lot of Mexico. We've seen a lot of Mexico, and there's still a lot of Mexico that we want to see.
Yeah.
We're
still going to keep traveling around. We're just not going to be moving around. And so there's a lot of places we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I mean,
it's on the list. I just changed from my cell phone carrier to T-Mobile, which has service in 277 countries. I used to have to pay only $5 for service in Mexico, but they gave me a free Galaxy S25, like Mark has. Very nice, and it's a nice phone.
Yeah, but again, it's like anytime change is not good. Yeah.
And thank you, Tom. Thank you. Oh gosh, I think I got to the end of the. I did. I got to the end. Yay! I got to the end of the questions. I think we're going to wrap it up because it's almost 8:30. That's 3.5 hours.
Oh my God.
I don't know how we do it. And I think the bugs are trying to bite me, even though I put Skin So Soft on. But I can spray it some more.
Negative.
All right, guys. Wait. Here we go. If I'm 6 months in Mexico and 6 months in the U.S., can I take my VC? Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, you can take the VC box anywhere around the world.
It's tiny. I mean, it's not very big.
No, it's flat.
I carry mine with me or I carry ours with me in my computer bag.
It's like half the thickness and size of a internet modem.
Yeah,
it's very small, and you can carry it to any country in the world. It'll work anywhere.
Yep.
It just needs an active
Wi-Fi.
It just needs Wi-Fi. That's all it needs. So
as long as you got Wi-Fi password, you are golden. And so I mean, it's compact, it's portable. The biggest thing is the actual remote.
Because the remote's a full size remote.
I mean,
it's not that long. Come on now. I'm talking about the remote.
Oh,
it's about this big. The remote's about this big. From here to here. It's an average smart TV size remote. Yeah.
It's twice the size of the Samsung remote, but yeah, it is.
All right. Well, anyway, yes, you can take it anywhere.
Yep.
For sure. It's basically an Android box.
Yep.
Is what it is. It's based on Android. So, and it'll work. All right, guys. I see a buenas noches. You're awesome. Thank you. Good night to you all. And thank you guys for watching. Oh, we're getting kisses and hugs. Thank you. Besos y abrazos. And for your information, informative lives. Oh, you guys are awesome. You are so awesome. I don't know how you do it either, but thank you for your time and effort. It's much appreciated.
Hey, it's easy.
Thank you.
All we do is sit down and talk with our friends.
We just talk.
I mean, literally, that's all it is.
And we're back. And now we're about to leave. And Annie, we will be seeing you soon.
Yes.
Arlene's got a birthday coming up. We're going to be celebrating. So, all right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. We will be back in 2 weeks. This Friday is the collaboration video that we did with Queer Money. I think you guys will find it interesting. I learned a few things.
I did too.
Yep, very good interview.
And the one following is going to be,
There's a little bit of a surprise announcement coming on the one following next week.
in which will probably be what the next live will be about.
Potentially.
I got a feeling that will drive
it'll
that
come
one.
up. It'll come up. You guys are awesome. Good night. We will see you in 2 more weeks.
Dos semanas.
Bye.